television so ene eye memene da ene ye February day to so edu baby obia ye mo achi ochi na chi na Valentine's Day ba 14th right na eye adofo da enti boaboa ho na prepare wo ho so obi bibi oda chire odofo si chocolate bi anaja oto no boko na de akokoma no achese odo hoi ede anope ye dasida ema special sinsu special drink na bia kwama this sweet chocolate drink and then the coffee drink this fufu and need tabakwa de you really infinite da fufu kan semenum na ekrado na need tabakwa no won try bi da akosohwe eti se wa dwom anakoso wakọ afu man kunu abe fia abe abekwan sapepe anu so de enyuma ko na no pe omo bo me de dwumedi abremu na yebedi nkomo afa nsama hodo ekoso na wotwe mu na ye doso mu adomasu kwahwe se da nema sitie na ansana no esese ya chekere Ghana enti nema bi wo ho ekoso ba bi ese etubi ka ho asemo a ese ka bia na empanifo adwene ma so bi so ano munim ebi wo so munim no ma hye da buo mu ne aguso enti etumi bie so saa na magana fo nyina wiase nyina ehu de ekoso ewo man mu ankasa pa samba kaya makasa de fa PBC produced by company ho se sajumekuo no me nam papa ye koku adwuma no ya Greek pa enti se ka PBC a ya wo bitu mu ena madi o madwuma chesa so abepem nne enti PBC de ye ka oman Ghana koko bodun krabata na eye vibrant pa na PBC essence omo ye produce buying omo produce na wansan ato enti omo ye adwuma mienu na omo san atwe afi bibi omo toye no e de aba ye de kwama no ne enti abrebia omo ye adwuma na bibi koso PBC American kano amene okasai PBC enjapade enyina court ade ne sa to so amasese amene okasai omajapade ne nyomu dia bio na nansan ya wo niema aye omodia niema aye PBC dia no esanse court de ne satu sunti banks awodo no ebe fa de koy na aya na mewira ho se state institutions a ebetumi aboa ama man na tumi agina na amafo nya adwuma ye no ye gu no adwuma na kasa tumi ngu ne ho akanifo de adwumayefo ene gu adwuma enti obi bekase ya hyeda na ye gu no ene mama statistics bi na me de ba na behu se wanya bra na wa describe se de etie me no kasai womu a eye adwuma okoko PBC womu a ewo field ewo nwire mu eye adwuma na kasankasa no enti oboka womu a etokoko no a womu bush a womu ye adwuma na nkasa no enti omoka womu tier 3 womu tier 3 ese de ma omu sikanten to ho a ya tia to ese de ma omu no yentua enti how would these people survive? How would these people, how would they survive? Meanwhile, more higher positions, you know, what's your mocha? More higher positions, you know. Satya 3, Mutia ema mo ho. Why those on the field that woman mo na yi adwuma na eden no mo pese mutia. Ena me no kasa yi. Enyuma adwuma kuo no me yi picture bi a kire mo ho. Na mo hwe ebre a ye to PBC forecast ni bi dia no. Na ni wukura mo bokura keke. Se oman bebi a ye dure no. Sa eni wusam yi etumi to yen si etumi tena se a ama oman no agapade ete sa no etumi free oman nsa nti omo officer ojowolo ha no court afa banks na fa enti obiye hu se bibi se besi obiye hu na hwe wo aye adwuma ewo PBC ewo mantam ahodo mu no wo ma cho petition wo ma cho letters e de akwakoma empanifo a wo mo na ehwe mo so no se afede wo ma bre enu nti ye mpane toto mpane no a ye tie 3 no mo fa ya de ma ye boko we enye police asem na regions a atwere sa enkrata no me ba na ma ka kire tieniye pa pue mantem letter yi omo twere ne 30th January 2024 also the managing director PBC Limited Accra say demand for Provident Fund PFI and PFI1 and PFI2 PF1 and PF2 also following a meeting held on Monday 29th January 2024 we the field staff of Eastern Region have resolved to demand that you should authorize the release of the above funds to us. In our quest for survival in these difficult times where salaries continue to be in arrears for months, we cannot continue living in despair whilst our provident fund remain unpaid. In our current predicament, we wish to reiterate that we cannot afford even a meal daily. Our homes are being broken. Our landlords are pushing us out. Our children are being sent out of schools since your action has made us a total failure. This is a benjuma yini. Oh no na obre this is wati ato. Eso de man farmer nti ni yiri jano ni kunu jano. If you were to no, ye pam ne ma. If you school be fees and so to school fees. Now, a yaude. Omo to us say, we do not want to die in our current deplorable state. Whilst you sternly prohibit us from accessing the monies we have saved for hard times like this. We are by this letter granting you 2 weeks to respond to our demand for the payment of funds of the above funds before any further action is taken. Yours faithfully signed all field staff Eastern Region and a more copy a human rights manager human resource manager and a local union other unions account almost sign no din wa adentin ye almost hwe kokoboda ya de bi na se meka we na se enya hwe wo describe de ekoso yi yenim se kokko season no August, September, October satam na kokko na ba pa eye kokko board enese ma PBs fo sika no mkoto kokko no meboa kokko board to meet na sia November ansana or this kind koma PBC for so bonkonkoto koko miwa sika no kura no se esese ye mamu 1 billion a ni ate so na je hwe me de ayi bi kire ha tietia me gidi sa no betumi abɔ me nko mo twetwe no yetumi aye ni ye se ye ko 2020 wo de yamra nim he ya 2021 cocoa season no cocoa board ama PBC for no 700 million so mfanto cocoa na tieniye 2021 2022 omo 320 million till 2020 2021 season omo 700 million dollars Ghana cedis so mfanko to cocoa tieniye pa 700 million so mfanko to cocoa in 2021 2022 season no at about 320 million and no half of the previous year 2022 2023 almost 400 million 2023 2024 there she 2023 2024 cocoa zeno she enko se cocoa board PBS for fanto cocoa necessity kura no ye de ma omo a ye fa omo bumo sope si wonu be bre chinchin a obeko cocoa board obeko minister of finance obeko minister of agric ebe bra no why frustrated why you frustrated sikana mokwaje no cocoa board mo de ye den that's the question sikana mo de ye den se me kwaje sika sabe koto sanso no afa ntonso we a me de ka esa dey meto every money government sika bia no e da wo se de bibi ade so bi se ne kwaje no yesi ye de beto cocoa din na da so se ye de ba beto adenti na sebu beto cocoa mo fo sika ne manipa no time aye cocoa na ba na ye to na mo twen ya November mo nim se cocoa no ya to awie no na mo sika kuma PBC fo on kofa cocoa no we anya bia ankwankwa dwumako na auto cocoa no ono osombo che Ghana PBC na na anya bia CEO ma cocoa board now your board chairman edi ma company bia no aye private company to cocoa na your board chairman ansa na ba CEO edi ma cocoa board ana question me say cocoa board CEO current CEO na or your board chairman and as a board member edema private cocoa buying company bi and son of cocoa board CEO ana identify that particular private company no e tumi nye sika to cocoa PBC identify sa private cocoa buying company no etumi nye sika eto cocoa September October no tumi to cocoa na PBC a ehye cocoa board ase no etumi to cocoa na November anse no mu sika tumi akọ sika no kwanya nyina de contentem adentra sika na den ye de ye yatwa ma PBC egu kura ne sa egu enti mi bisa question bi say na penifo da cocoa board ano Minister of Finance and Minister of Agric na munnim say PBC the bank for na kan munnim ana na wunim me be serialize PBC in sabopa na mo be hu de ekoso wo na say be betena say be kasa na say wudwin say be me kasa gu a pictures be ba na wo hu pictures no na wo hu say enya bro na edi ye ho so man a senya bro na edi ye ho a na wa jeje afa banks no enya mo pene so be PBC ajapade o there be amuna man kwa asetena ankwa agreement sabo mo modern say Moboma PBC for about 1 billion. No more to cocoa. To cocoa now. I buy. Sikana is about the bano. Move to attain a You don't give them that money. And you request so much about 120,000 tons. Sikama de mono at 250, at 260. It's a better than what you could share banks. Meanwhile, Sikano so I some of the tono, Makwaji. Sikana dinner mode. And then a scanner den panny a day. And now banks no, I bet you change a padiano coyano. Court my ruling no. And you my ruling na banks and best I can't call you. It takes some days. And then a man appeal. And a man appeal. And pack out to Chokra say, on your matter, money banks and international money come on to Tragena, more come for some butcher. Muchayama, banks and the cast in Japan, if you were at the end of Garcia Berriano, I feel a more appeal. When you bra na day. When you bra na day. It's what my funny man econo. I'm not satisfied with you. Oh, I feel I'm going to go. And as we speak, and Peniphobia, OPBC, they are resigning. Almost resigning. CEO no, who join you no? Ma toso no sa oko finance ministry ye toso no oko cocoa board ma toso no oko minister of agric but onye den onye den na watumi arane adwuma obe onye den mumma nipa ko frustration mu day in day out munya 2 minutes wi a ne ma odibre a na ma fa dibre ne say mu bona fide property dia mo pe ana mo de ye me wan ti sa nipa bebre oga na betu aye adwuma na wo ye no na so sen say who kwan wanya it's a privilege aya who kwan wanya yema ne nya fe yema ne nyina ejina ye bobodi afe bo say papa we ba ye no ye say hwe the late Nuamadonko oh yeah mini painful bi din ko doctor fu painful bi o se bra no yeah health minister doctors want to be cause striking po and then he didn't ho oba STC oba and then he didn't ho eti wo na say ye a ye papa wo din akanfo wo ba kura benya saa dwuma pa na ye no so nhira ntia ne ye musa ade ne ye ma oman no esi apini saa ade ne ye ma timamufu a wo mu na wo fro de ye adwumaden no ye mo tete saa why ade ntira o mu twa letter ko ya no ege ne tie se mo se omra na momra field officers no omra na mo no mo ntena se mo tena se ade munim se se mo de ma mo why should you let them go through hell before makasa momra why PBC de ho no bi se bebie so na no kura bi a wo bibia na ba mamanse ahu se wo kotokoko na adwuma ko ye o man ne dia ye betu anya to fa so aboma o man na tumi akọ nanim no so de sika no ma na e bia August na de tokoko no wo twan November abra private company na to awie no na o di sika na koma PBC on konkoto e de no konkoto onkoto de so we nya bra na yeden se enya bra na yeden bisa bio say CEO ema cocoa board now we are board chairman and also we are board member ema private cocoa buying company as so jana na so power Ghana ha na ansa na obabe PBC obabe cocoa board CEO na a question say now we are board chairman and as a board member at the ma cocoa buying company private one bia so jina na so part to cocoa no ansa na obey cocoa board CEO na adentina say coincidental say then o yes o ma cocoa board no that particular adwumako na etokoko no on do to be tokoko ten we scabri be at the top na pb se hye wase ne de o munye scan front top at the right time ebe bie ne ma so ama mansan ya tumi ahu na ebe hunu se ne ma ekoso wodim say letter of comfort or more terms bi o mu yusu ni sa say no PBC they rely on letter of comfort and say basa sama kase kokoko kra de yetu ko giska na okrofo kra ready say yesika ready mo meje enti kokoko no be ba kra na atokoko ne da hwe for the past 3 years for the past 3 years wo se kokoko na du baby a aya na enshede ni ho papa light crop season no wo se sata no kokoko no shede ni ho papa for the past 3 years PBC intuminto sa light crop season no intuminto kokoko da for the past 3 years PBC intuminto bi da adintin ye ya musa enti to me run oman institutions mane nyina e mane enwo ma na sentre ade no bitumi ye free baby bedu baby no bitumi nya free baby mfa nkosi baby enko na nim na mo no bibia e ba na chi yentan obia o dabi na mo se dade ne tie no ayoban ne dia enti so oman ne dia dia yenye ne ye ya oman ne bedidi covid bae hwe da Côte d'Ivoire fo ye ene yenya ntie kra se Côte d'Ivoire kra se da omosia organize sa AFCON yi kra no the possibility say obetu host to World Cup kra no wan baby akekeko covid time Côte d'Ivoire fo sika kakra omunya ye no abane de mako akuafo mo dua bro omu dua bro covid time a ye wo ha ye ne atu ye ne kasanko a no a ye nyesika ye hu de ye no na Côte d'Ivoire fo de dua bro ko hwefa so munya ye covid time ebro no mudua ye no ye nua no mo a airport farmers organa ha no ekọ Côte d'Ivoire ko fa bro the bro no mudua covid time no na mo de be feeding ko organa ha mi ho ye so osase ni bi ho yesu enye sika ke betumi dua bro ni bi so we don't take advantage of situation to build something no ye na mu yo sa o kana amanfo bu afu o kana ye di watem meanwhile that is the truth and Burkina Faso me ma fa jeni jeni yetumi na bi organa ha tomatoes yetumi na bi me ko fa akoma that somewhere last week yetumi na tomatoes ho se Ghana de yetumi na bibia tumi ni ahwehwe no nko enya tumi ni wiasa yenya tumi ni wia niema betumi ayem o ma na tumi agya yenya ene ye god ni ye damo ye box side ni enura no pa me ofie me say me sui ma ben ka no kre ne enura no pa bra na ye namusi no e ma report about the war mo ye enso ankobra no me sui me hira go papa say enti o man Ghana ye timu ye sector ministers wo ho 3 ministers on was our sector ho lands ministry 3 and the oba kon de e de hye ne say wo de hwe natural resources no hwe gold ne ne manema so na djuma no but ye say yensuo sa ye say ye kwaye sa na de mo bone say China for so de ye he for the China for no ba obetu akọ China kwaye sa de we you can't betu akotubu akoye ntumi ani ema omo kwan ani ye de tumi a ye de mamo no and you did say you so say you're quiet. I'm not being wicked. PBC in Samono, young we. Now, actually, if you next week, you can message that a pictures be. May pictures be. A videos be. Now, so do when you share any money. de ebe wi a de obey no why yentwe ho ne emra yedi sasam na chi some sem no mu hia sika sem de mo na mo fa ma wo mo no provident funds no ene mu sika sem tuya mo fa ma wo no mo sem no mu hia ye twen nhyiemu na chi so mo sanka mu sika e be sabet na fie ha aka ya hwetri modin a ye ganafo ye boya ye ho. Good morning. E ba be dwafo betan sam ye di nkomo mo ntwen.
Hello, hello.
Enti sanema nkete. Nema nkete.
Ba obi aba me fro.
And they many men am akura.
Grobia is
Me wana do na afra me ba omi akokasa yes ade e tia okost na me se me kwan e no se wona o please this is the baby e be kokra just mo hwehwe mo de mo aduma na de
Before of friend confa go share the constituency what tan Bra. Ghana Medical Association for say Hamatan and no identity and careful. Okay. Let me refi.
Prince, mutewo no ekosra mu hu
Eric, why you say you be abeka wasam ne?
Ene ba ko na tiki wa na yetino no na wo to ba ko sia ase
Eric J wo ba ha da bia anya fe na wo ba ye
na me nanko
anya obi a nanko yete ho go and
na Australia se ne nanko flight mu na o han
yi nazo akasa
Minister Parliament. Time no hand, you know. So I can't.
Ewie ye dem ase se mo twen ya febiyafo abenti na nche e be hye nkomo twetwe na ase na ena no payi ma mefa enchia ene ya akosam kese ma owura sapo na ntwe wo Chicago ukon krachi ya nti ne yere antisabana antwi ena ne baba ma abna wono so ewo Chicago ho ma mo hyeden on the 14th I think 13th or so and obedi na wotweda ewo Chicago nti ebesre adofo amoho nyina states awodo nyina se monko na mokota antisabana ne ma abna chi mame why me pamucho na mofa enyo mtata mame ai ena no pay yebekọ agona na no pay na eye na yekọ yensiyi ewa agona sense makonta ne papa dafom nti yebekọ agona na yakokoye insiye nti ha I'm going to agona to go and do insiye na ye ndu yakokoye insiye ewo ho nti owura Emmanuel Amuakujan awo art center anopai me ma ohyeden papa pa oni abusuani nyina ma bi nhyia me ma me anti sewa bifarok anti anopai me ma wache sanso ena besawa anti sewa baako ono owusunyan anti nyame na aye anti anopai ma ache pa me basuyan ba manhu na me penta me mre ni susa me ba na ma bidim fufu no ate ana anti akosuan so domase low cost so anopai me ma wache pa na me ma me amini ni ho agrokra mako okuma se mako anopai ma wache beti on kan che na me wi a me telephone me yedi nkomo kakra wate mche ona wo fa na abusuafo ni nyina anti pina man so de me de mano na akosra no kwa bna manu ayo eni na ayi gama nche ni takite ko churu otoso mienu so ne papa enne na ye pene korabre ɛwɔ enkra ha yan to kɔ North Kadeshi Gamanche Palace wa enra ena omo hyase a bepem nan no pɛ ya omo egusu ye ne denden nti we de Gamanche no pɛ wasa so ne yete nti ye ma hyeden pa ema obusu ne nyina ya akɔ ye ta wachi won paibum ye beba nso na ya babeye na ya ta wachi na ayefefefe ene Madam Augustina Danso awo Emmanuel Presbyterian Church Danso man ene wa woda efiuma no ene busuafo nyina ho so ma happy birthday ena de wa himpo me hwe ba ku bi wa nanka ya hyase ya no anopai Erica J deputy communication officer ma ND Sama Yuku no wo ha ono na nta ma memenda he says silence some PL na yeba nanso my no hododo no kakra nti wantumi antumi ma for some time ni no hododo no nti he says silence some PL be bia obi anopai critical issue mo ache pa sanso na Clement Wilkinson ono so no hododo no ono so saa no hododo no na onde ene de anyam ngon wesanse ne ho no mfuturo na wo ho no mfuturo nti ne ho bedodo na nti Clement anopai me mo ache pa ena fei arekreti bi benkum so no ena sa oba mini faso so dia na ewo kodwa mo ate no adwam tenani edema to this advocacy group Ghana aye tag for wono so ewo fi obebi sasidenti na wo ba aye ebi di ho enkomo ena me wo Thompson for mienu ewo fie ha bako aye Alfred Thompson ono no shefugu no wono economics and osan financial expert wa bios kase mo pa no ono nkane no oye managing director edema NIB right deputy managing director yes deputy Erica they
have the men
no ono to no deputy managing director NIB no obi same anti
so we have the men for
our account
our account yo NIB say ngui e wo ho
yaba
e wo ho na esa wo Mensa Thompson no so executive director Edma Asepa wono so aba e be din komana no pa bi jafo mu nyina kwa abu mu amehu mafi no me mu nyina fishi apa mu amahya da se mu pese mehu mu no menim
ekutie ni
hey na maka bi
wazi atumari
na obi agbakutia wa ha
obi ate
na obi ehu akutia no ne wura no ehu so ono asam ne ye kai wa hunu de na troje ono a okay yense se we de yefa kakra bi taw emfa anopa me intro me kasafa PBC hu kakra taw yenka bi kakra fanfa no ye se betumi asene signal bi tu e wo mu a eda no se yo betu ehu bibia PBC egu me yura ho esanse PPC nyina nim say adwuma ko ba ko agya na so pa kuku hu nsam de but PPC go ma to the extent say banks akoje o majapade which is Eric then necessary yes so mine na betu aka say nim go say de mayen aso mine say kuku na magana gidin ye kuku football na gold Koko na ma Ghana gidin pa koko na ma ya gidin obi ehunu ye say ye champion koko na say enugase ya kan ye e dey na say ye so man now if possibly you to me revive koko industry niti true pa say na be ya be bo kakra Eric mama si ma be wo de ye bo de to ni akwa be 3-4 minutes bi pe
and of Friday match ya TV ahefo nyina
o mu nyina je so
na menchia minuanom so a but the day before ansana me can PVC asem no ye nuanom asrafo na enra ne na otwetwe mo ba bonten ye mo nyina kwaba e ba Ghana security and abambo mo
no ma pass out no
yeah mo fa patriotism emra me ye adwuma na mo ma de ye expect say timamuni a odoni maye no obeye makasa no so no let me use this same medium. Na me address the National Security Minister. Minister of Interior, Minister of Defense, say eba ne bambo hunsema, whether you are the president, you are the last citizen of this country, no. A DBS in a bambo one account. Inti aban betina kunya so from 2017 never mode of recruitment into our security agencies na omadane a political angle omudi diagro no. I think they should be very careful. I am saying so because kaneno obeti so bi ko asrafo adwuma mu a no ye bebu na hu no CPC anameboa. I remember Prof. Mills Mahama time, you before be military age in an area from 18 to 23. But then assistant under President Akufo-Addo 40 years for you recruit. 40 years. Yes, and what is happening now? No, you think you are servicing your party people, but military personnel, they are there for external aggression, and the police service, they are there for internal aggression. And to the more na internal aggression, no military for no crab boy. But how do you say every institution in this country should be politicized? Now even the security agencies, no so by politicized. Over to you, Mr. President.
Now, no, why then?
Honorable Commander-in-Chief of Ghana Armed Forces.
Ntono says o mon fo bi o
Honorable Commander-in-Chief of Ghana Armed Forces. Kaneno obi bi ko police soldier ne police kra na even what's in Ochono kita at grade D kra o mayemfa no, because the presumption there was say e was a sankofo ni na o madwene ye adwuma e sharp into kwatna classroom na wan for wadi sua nko wan mo ho modern anya fie na ye koso a chaff ne dia akogu security. But Oko Ghana Army, Ghana Immigration Service, Ghana Police Service, Customs, Yomo Yananwede. Kaneno, Ubiko military, your fan of 18 to 23 years now. We did 25 years with military, no call retirement. President Akufo-Addo buy no more 30 years, we did 30 years in military. Inti ene for now 40 years for now, ma for more and run on my babontin. O could did 30 years I can oh military. Inti by 70 years and no cop master parade or the wheelchair and echo. And you think we are doing good to the nation. These are the things I know. Eja woni baby amete. Mete Chado Enclave. Anopa me backroom na me share new recruit no mo ye training na. Bi mu share lenses. But can police in the basic fitness test. Any military basic fitness test. Yem fa soja ni a wo kwa na wani yenko because me wa eye problem. Inti me kra form no kra me nkoto. But under President Akufo-Addo soja ni a oko training no the lenses kura no hu bo ase wa hu etiquette. So what people are we training in this country? You spoil everywhere. Must sell mind baby they do security services. Why? And they will see so maybe we see so. It is so serious.
What refer picture be on social media
mami bi a fatuo.
Mami bi
yes, fatuo be a
fatuo because me to me who the be na onyini
and authenticity.
Maybe no onyini.
But makeup na
be careful of what you talk about.
No,
I'm saying makeup na yen sir.
So be
makeup uchi aye young. Me ba me say unyini ye na mami makeup we na ni.
Obi hu no.
Me say when you hwe no. Mami makeup we use pass so abrewa na ba.
Onto no ani.
No na da ho no.
Ono anso ni.
No ni. Nipa we odi two send in say ma he no dey ko. And you think you are doing as I don't know.
That's what passing out.
And you see they started this thing in 2017.
Okay.
Mo betina ko ya so. Me ba. Mo Ghana
Yes, I know another topic can see this.
Medicine form no. Medianko ponstro. Medicine form.
Me pesa be say no be another topic.
Me manage topic. Medicine form no. Ghana Army in the history of Ghana yento awaiting form. And now kwa Ghana Army a enkwada omu wie school 2018. Yanka ombeko recruit 2019 no. Obi we school 2018 and so you find 2017. And Ghana me motor waiting for. And you think president you are doing all these things and you are not thinking of the future. Oko retirement you be in the same Ghana.
Okay.
Mama Amina your politics rank will be a move. It is so painful.
Medase Eric Medase me pese you be devil into that issue.
Security issues.
Mama kwan ma
dey medal so mama kan majaka.
Mama aka.
PBC egu. Omo na egu no. Ba me dey make kan say President Akufo-Addo de Ghana ema oni Alhaji Bawumia amfie nwotwe so mo mesom na de omo pay ya no mo de aye no na de Ghana for deserve ya na yenya no because we are in a country what so now we be because of your tribal year chichi yemu afa ne bebi obi fi ntin yemu nipa because I remember then in 2016 2015 and near ma success na cocoa board make PBC ni CPC mu nyina make in this country. But under President Akufo-Addo, inexperienced leadership or their Ghana Juma Muntino, every sector of economy is dangling now. Now, no, me no better na hire keka yenim challenges in tiama PBC a leadership crisis because a Jakwabna on a prince will be in Promwa. Masa, fatu silent. A Jakwabna on a prince will be in Premo and a year Juma or UTV. They have the experience. The fact is a new management about an Father Dixon a free asabi no before Fraban. It doesn't mean there will be a free worker. And that is the politics of Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Politics of convenience. And in Kofu no makwadare we adwuma no mu amunim koko sem PBC dwuma die kwanya afaso ama sector no duo no. Oba ya no pam mu nyina di party cronies begu ho. And the current CEO no say no UK branch chairman. Last 2 weeks na me wo mo sister station ekosi sen. CEO sima make allegation ato so oba be yina no. And I'm see host no musa na say if September ba be si February wo mu PBC workers yetu omoka. Yentu omoka. Which government institution in this country and intimidate workers ka PBC. And you call these leaders. Mako akofo mo aba na ye bo ma ni say to. We obesan akoye boga obesan akoyuka akotena. Ni we gu Ghana.
Wonim say bia ono oko frustrations bi mu a wo.
Nye frustrations.
Bia be say
this CEO no wu ye no. Some of them the can of video so pressure na ku no. Pressure na e wo adwuma. Everybody knows. So why? Aden no obi penso na PBC eye adwuma nya mfaso me ekosi bu patient not. Obi penso PBC ye adwuma e me renovate Golden Bean hotels no. So omo dia. And why? Is it not leadership problem? So with the case of PBC, no, it is purely calculated. Said the President Akufo-Addo mo your money sector they should do it same. But Alfred Thompson, you can't tell them. Boni amudi ni neni na no abako sembeda mo na na mo beka yafa mo ho. Na se Kwame Nkrumah be fa Ghana say no DJ ranka mo beto so. Rollins buy, Papa Kufuor buy. What am I say? Ura Mahama buy. Ene on say ne koko tonnage ne kura reduce o munim target o benya ne this year. You jam somewhere 960,000 metric tons. Now they are anticipating for 600,000 metric tons. As of today, PBC, you be a cocoa untiming to one bag. Why? Because even seed capital crown was a cocoa board, they PBC. And
2021, 2022.
So you do all these things. What's our figures?
2020,
I think I have it
2021. Almost 700 million. Over 2021, 2022 season now. So table 320. So 320. And new half of the more last the previous year no. And 2022, 23 no so. Cocoa is almost 400. And
then a trigger.
23, 24 no there. She.
Mr. Capre and to one bag. I be their colleagues. Eti dia moye no. Nyese obi na moye no. Omana na moye no. Na mu nipa kura mo ba asase. Mase kuruma asase nyina galamsi. PBC mo gu no. Ene to mo guru makwa akofa abrofo aba tankers for adwuma mo chese mo de asefo nkwa na moti kroma and de ya me ya ne se one say introduction of the man o say you economist enti ya oduru so abusa ne say ono economy the PBC man na enti gade odi beja Ghana for dey
okay
so baby aduru ne de me I don't know what to say but now the presumption is omo nete akonwa so ampa omo nete so and now they are clamoring for another 4 more for a my friends your kasa na vice president Alhaji what you say so what we are saying is oh the mo pe bia mo mfanye na Ghana for ya this ready and say 2024 o kwa akoto aba no party interest na wo say supreme wo wona wawo akwada afi na oda wonsa so no dwene say enkofo we san be di akonwa no so mfie na aka ho a o mane wankasa oda akyenye na eko mane nka bi
Maminko Mensa Thompson so answer about Alfred so mensa we me de betwa mu keke but ehun hia sanse eno so ka oman no ne nkan ko nim puntu se Ghana be ko nanimu a me na sanse me feel so proud those days chebi do mase se cars ni betwa mu a yigina ka kwa mu kan betwa o ti kokko no kra cent PBC na betwa mu hwim those days na omo de aduane fi adwira ba adwira farms na cars no na e ka gwana e ka wo cars na twam ohunti na ema otumu sa wo ye Ghana ni ampa na papa ye koko nti minim se de siti se de baby aduro no na me se enimguase aka ye nye se ye aka ye ye tumi nya ho bibi ma ne ye mo be sima ba mi ansa na bi ne nhwe yo
in fact they me home video no na ye twe PBC ejapade ko akwakoton na because PBC de ka ntimi ntua no na sebe awehopa na kame because ejakob na cocoa is very 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 important in the lives of this country. Entino obia economy Ghana economy eda na koma so anka cocoa any ade anka ho behia no sin bibia because before ye benya oil no na Ghana ya economy no it solely depended on gold on cocoa and a gold. Those were the two things our economy na ekuta your economy no entino successive governments have not joked with the cocoa industry. But for the last 7 years, ejakwabna no ma ye hunu ewo cocoa nsensem no eyade a ha adwene ye pa. In fact, cocoa issue enye PBC nko na wa ahoyehia cocoa board and so and nano made cocoa board say omo publish omo annual report for 2022-2023. They should publish it because now Bank of Ghana the end the buy na ye kan and no say you no ma in Bank of Ghana annual report him. Me say ada cocoa board be publish omo annual report no. Me say Ghana for one way be collapse. For the first time afie atwa mu no cocoa board intimate raise syndicated loans. And cocoa board, in fact, syndication was one of the mediums and he raises a buy beer raises because if you go to the capital market, obiati cocoa Ghana there, that's what you are known for, and all the banks will quickly put money together and give it to you. And the cocoa board cannot raise syndication. And team. Now, one of the achievements of Dr. Bawumia no. PBC na good no Dr. Bawumia no Dr. Bawumia no he's the chairman of the economic management team. PBC is under Ministry of Finance
nti en hono de no say to me for bibia so anisa
no he's the head of the economic management team and so omo manage economy
your Minister of Agric wo your Minister of Agric no former I say akuto one money atopa say
the local contest now say akuto tops or
atopa nti na free akuto Dr. free akuto
digitalization na
nti ono no sector minister and then for no man no dey kokoma vice president no why dey
digitalization na o dey born on for him no communication minister about me communication minister or communication minister no dey digitalization born on for him okroma. So one mismanage the economy and not what because you know just say what born achievement so some okay can you know
it's no some common dey be di
but na say I can achievement no be we go PBC we go banks say cocoa board to me with this syndication cocoa board is almost on the verge of collapse. Enti Dr. Bawumia nka dey ba ko oba vice president as head of the economic management team. Wetin aye ho adwuma ama oman enya ho faso. Say a whole state entity like PBC ye twe omo japade. We are not angry enough in this country. We are not angry enough.
Okay. That's it. From one Thompson to another Thompson. Alfred. We the some can your minor some na yeka say what no Brazil na say e be say Brazil coffee ni nim so mo ye pa na say Brazil o coffee produced by a company agua na say Brazil for the serious they are known for anti so be an okay and I'm sorry you know and kasa oh enti de no I say edu baby a meti we mokoko fu kakra obia kuma ade no do me koko kakra obia ko pension ko koko kakra ti se koko na ye kokoye kakra na ja pensioner se so tumi dia ye bi kakra kana se ye hu ni ti hu ni nan na adwumaye fo no ko tumi ti o mo kai ye tumi ni hu bibi ma ni yi
ye Jacob na
yes sir
ma wachi
me jo so mi ni
official pass
afin koma tu yen
wan fa phone and frame da ti me ma official
man na me pen na frame
wan fa phone and frame me
nim
ene 1 minute 10 minutes or the who a minister defense minister interior minister we say omo ye a partisan my friends a recruitment but answer na
I didn't mean say partisan
first na Mecca oh Master Woka Master Woka
I was talking about
I could have spoken
professional
I could have spoken
Eric Debbie
but fashion
me da say
thank you
Alfred Yanko
first na me ne say mechia owura umampenin na adodankwa ekufado omo pro ono na oye umampenin till 7th January 2025. Obe handing over. I'm a Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Baumia. He's come to take over the reins of this country. Baby Ananado Esi Edumu. He will take over and move this country to the next realm. The realm of Omontiase. Baby Edumu. Ayo muhenya. Into Omoba. Instead of looking at the things that Okayena umbe discussing no. Then they start attacking him. And ne say Obi ye Juma as CEO. Every organization, Mr. Thompson can say about me and a director. No, yes, oh yeah. It tells you the level of a year. Omo dua. Say, omo so desperate. Say, omo coffee mpoa. Anaba omo ampo coffee. Ana onu nsuya. Ne ha omo. But me manu kudos because why ya there? Why cheche ya there? Why ye? Na there all babe ye asoso. And I believe in him. Say obeye ma bro ntiase so. Yet also me no memma ene Wesley girls for ayuko na mo na ejuma ene omo ye omo speech day.
Okay.
And I wish them the best. Remember I mean nam kwan so oko because I say oko representing.
Okay.
Until we wish them safe journey omo oko omo banning na we wish them safe journey for this particular area omo oko akoye. Then I come to the recruit. When you start say what started say what the politics about recruit money are there. You spoil the whole police, soldier, immigration, obia, they do their own They are not directed by the president on what to do or what not to do. They have their own ways. Omudi recruits, and now they recruit you, train you. So when you come and sit down, now per se now what the politics best say bia. I look at you quietly and I say that you don't know where you are coming from and you don't know where you head towards. And then you can say. At least obie who say immigration or police or them they have their own way of selecting and we leave them to do that. I give them kudos for ejuma or my year so far and I wish them all the best for the years ahead. Omo aya for money now omo komuni now omo who say nkrofo omo mpo omo asem na omo mpo omo asem no obi aka I mean kai say sami jefika say den say omo ba omo a omo ye MPP for ni na omo a ye found man that MPP for ni ye be ye omo nyina edi but nyankopon an obey oh no ebe pose o kan impo ebe pose one kan be bia Sami Jefi were recording na say who say Omumbre are numbered and when they come they'll make sure they get all of them out. I heard it and I listened. Masa when we do e come the one suba we get am and you back on the clinic but who person we cause I can go that way with you. We start to say we kasa I will go if you want us to go this way I will do the same thing with you. I will do the same thing with you. So write it down. So we may try to write it down. You like so much here. Program no. Say do maybe say bisa question maybe some question. That's all question. Enti Alfred can na mo dey try money say obi beka say me you will is it a loose talk when they get to a position omo feel say they have so much power say oh de mun twa mo ba ye be musa. Who are you? We are all human beings. We are mere mortals. Ye beba, ye bewu, ye beko. So say obi enye adwuma na, we need to be happy for the person. And say you need say me nwe bia otifie, obi be bia otifie, ama kuma ba bia owo ho a, we enye adwuma no ene we enye adwuma, and we should be happy about it. And to make catch omo nyina, they should be wary of such people. Omo ba no mo say omo enipa dia, they should be careful. Omo ba no pese omo yin kwofo dia, they should be careful because they themselves have said, say omo dey hwe inform ho, they have the revolutionary impact in them. And so they can do whatever they like anytime, any day. 4 years, 2 years honeymoon, 2 years to see what they can do. And then on person we leave Ghanaians to judge. Coming to their main topic, PBC. What is their core mandate? That is the first question we should ask. And then what did they do? A capi better hosa. We call mandate in yes, we hotel. We call mandate in yes, we transfer car. They are called hotel business. It is not part of PBC's core mandate, but omo and then now PBC is paying for the sins of hotel PBC na and ne omucha for those sins. But time PBC say yehwe na ye ejuma wo ho no na omunya profit no go for buy no obepeja PBC omo buy no na omo start so omo dey see hotel omo this PBC profit any omo sika see hotel and na ma PBC do baby do no because wo ko see hotel no one na ebe aka no they took just the funding to do that and then look at us. But I believe that things can be turned around.
How
and
can
we'll do it.
Turning around? Because
when
properties,
cars,
properties or
which properties?
Assets.
Assets,
yeah. Dying, your friend is saying, one more warehouses, and then or more cars or more. But for picture, Omuto candidate for previous quarters, I war Joluhaya and no any.
Focus of Dr. Baumia is not about buying cars. Focus of Dr. Baumia is not about buying cars. It's about leasing. Government should not own cars. Government should not own cars. We are going to intensify and help the private sector. They should own it. Then we will lease it.
PBC asem dey any renting ya.
Oh, I don't know how.
One kind of
or misbehavior.
PBC.
And no, seriously, or misbehavior.
Stick to the question.
Now work actually nonka.
Dr. Baumia policy area or release no. Or say our focus will not be on going to buy cars. Government business. Government business is not to buy cars. Because the capi are lucky. Yeah, they talk cars. Yeah, be no. Obesheno. Now we move no move area.
We are yeah, be so PBC question. What's your buy renters? No, we in a
so it's your focus no is to lease and to make sure that the company
doesn't relate to the
who will lease from no, they will be able to make their so they will not take when we scam the cars 4x4s that all that money can be reinvested in the business. Any business now around. That is what you do. A proper businessman. No, you don't need to go and take millions of Ghana cedis to buy cars.
7 years of your administration. You bet you can na nyamanye, but na nyamanye kakra.
Na nyamanye. You buy in the car. Obisi wa we na akadombe.
I'm talking about PBC.
Everything. All the sectors of the economy. PBC. And I'll read the statistics for you.
Na nyamanye kurana.
Everywhere.
Me serialize omo yi ntina me kasa me kasa bebre.
Okay.
Because I'm sure America be next week America ne. Me so me penisa. Se mo ma bre so ana se agukuru a amaye beto niam ade ko. Na me bisa say mo ahu se how bi wo ho sai betu ahwe ne asi ano. Anka betu ahu bibi. Na se duru so de na betu ade aboase ne be be san tina dio. 1 minute ne enko.
And na me catch you say going forward, some of the things to say Ubefaka, Yakoto Kama managing director, Yakoto Kama deputy, Yakoto Kama general managers, Yakoto Kama we na 4x4 so you are lining up no more you say no. We will reinvest that money in the sector where they need. Oh, please.
I'm managing director. No,
reinvest the matter into the sector that they are going to work in. Then you lease. When you are leasing, you use less money per from now to maybe at the end of the year. Instead of buying maybe 1 million car back on and a car too. Make to me at say for about 100,000.
So you can lease yourself. And you can't I'll say answer. Answer the question. No, answer the question.
Ask me a direct question.
What is the meaning of this? You address the issue as it is.
Until to me, mechanical
when you do that now, you have enough capital to reinvest into your business, and then you can grow the business gradually. When you get to a state, you better make hotels. Where we get enough money, you better support the cocoa sector. Where we get enough money, you better do the running PBC machines. PBC machines. 7 years. Yeah, me to administration we so it started from somewhere.
It started somewhere. 2015, 2016. No, just somewhere. Eric. No, Eric. Don't bring us up.
What do you mean can't I say?
And I'm saying, we are talking of their 7 years. You shouldn't say
let me say it started from somewhere.
Somewhere.
Do you want to tell me some? Do you want to tell me say more NDC more time? PBC Cocoa Board. Yeah,
NDC time. Na PBC. Yenkoto omoja
me say me answer Debbie momre no na PBC bibia koso
na bibia in order o te sana yentwa adwuma efo ka me bisa okosa bibia na me say o te sana yentwa adwuma efo ka 6 months o DB o te sana towing cars you to omo cars o te sana 5 banks akwaje summary judgment based on order 40 o DB
meba mo abreso
it is not the same
anyama bupe machines na omkoto first machine omde buy some do share not omde buy omo say attack the betu aye ho adwuma
attack meba
what is the proof meba Eric
prove it
Eric
can you imagine
credibility
can you imagine
it's same as myself
it me to me metena ha enka
say your time ye nyam faso akoye share no
NDC
ye nyam faso akoye
and the NDC bubi bia koso bo kama
ya wato yankoto omo cast yanto omo dan ya anya hwe
yes it's BBC na ehwe na materialize no meka ye bia na de buy nso no sana men next week and
PBC
financial statement for 2016 thank you
say kasa obekasa won kasa na so yes in fact something must happen
Jacob na a big issue we have discussed but to end this all when we run a juma now we divert funds into other places at the end of the day no it affects the business of the day PBC anything I share that I shall say PBC almost core business den it say PBC core business the hotel business wasn't necessary other diversions are almost invested no here PBC should what can I say President Kufuor buy na your friend say GNPC edu baby no na me sika say omo dey GNPC ejuma no omo dey explore oil no na omo dey bochacha my President Kufuor buy no say listen PBC should focus on their job that time not GNPC na egu GNPC na egu but President Kufuor buy no start some refocus no and next GNPC ma omo ko tu oil ma omo tina say can say adwengo
wo de ba mu dia me so bi say tamara refinery wo ho ma abreso mo se mo ma to aye adwuma ene to aye adwuma
oh that is why they are bringing in investors
they
are bringing in investors to look at how 7 years go through a lot of challenges
7 years to
na kada ho so we have to go and pay
and then to say the investors say ba yama investors no embe hwe ense she to ma ni nyana so ne ma investor na abesi refinery foforo
ye wo omo mbesi refine for
I didn't tell
na ye wo dia omo ba
invest what to
any ye wo dia omo ye refine for na ye wo dia omo ba be ye
7 years
omo ye to ye
it is 7 years
7 years you've got a new refinery you are rehabilitating and refurbishing if it's private
it's not private state private GMPC there na work and I say music for time no ohun se omo de sika be to chacha me no chacha ko omo to ye chacha and also chacha
CEO at that time no to chacha
or to chacha be gambling and I say wo mu here na musu esie no mo time to when ya na ewada ko no na to na operate
go and check
na to operate na operate mo time no to egu workers na kasa be pim ne
we give the workers the chance to be management they were taking over the management person of the place whatever it is we will make sure say ejuma no
me da say menia
and then mo bro
koko boda asem me ha me kakra say me your last born or the Kokobo scholarship in the cool school enti minimum faso a koko betu an ma Ghana bebi aduru ni ma mchi wadwe che wi ani akọ nsam foforo so
ma me fa UTV Advocacy so nchia Ghana for especially Ghana 24 through this advocacy group ma ya so wuti nsama to the work so my way na say we private businessman to say no ma ya hadwen sa ban adwuma ye twene se wo wi anam opa ma yenya emma businessman be within 6 months. So now sometimes ya ban adwuma na sabe say ye nyina o se edi ayem hyehye eso adwuma nim because empanyimfo se edi jawa na edi aso awo me ade ba ko a ya politicians no sometimes o kan o masama ya no move so on po masem ba me de ni say ade na wo se say e na wo se ye mfama ya di ade na mawo na se wo manage a se e ka me nkopa Ghana ni bia wutie me obia obeba be political power ya ye di adwuma no be ma no be wie na afa no be complain e na no free one ye ni say no free one ye ni say you knew it ansa na wo ba be sere yen say ye mfama wo betumi aye etimi me de ni say I believe in this philosophy say winya beje nko ade a ye ni ye sabe sanka wa ntimi anye kra ma na anko nanim a ba bia anka beto se wo ho ne de anka wo se wo ho na you see yet wo man mu a ye fa obi adwuma eno an say ya fa na adwuma ye ma no ade bia say oh ade adwuma ye dia ma we I was saying in the next 5 years I know say would do in the next 10 years I also double profit ultimately expand nothing Ghana o ma obi adwuma no ade na nidi kan di akire e ye ka akotene we are so obsessed with V8 shana o ka assemble e for politician na me yere keje no me nyu atoms na ka se me kan say politicians nyina ye nyu no omo sabe se omo opposition a enye se enen this opposition me ka se omo ye na fofo ni ye nyu omo opposition a na za me so me no me neto enye se bi omo ni ba omo fokrom bia na obefa abechia ono obedi nkomo onya power pe bi kura wo friend na man advice bi e woni sector na de bia wo onfa dai bi aye mo nyina musuban and then me kan people for ashe me mpaboa pa na me frɛ omo kura enye se bia me frɛ na pe bibi o e bi akola bi kura woni consistency
e be a problem
ona no mo kire na needy brilliant student of you it dey can say ya ba de ma ye nye adwen say aban ade ene ade ahyɛmensa ti me ye ne sa ne amepe bia ye hu se adwuma na ye de ukosi ano no empanyimfo so bob anum na say obohwema na ade gidi utirim wa wo be fa adwuma no ye adwuma na gina hen ena 6 months a year 2 years say adwuma ni gina hen na wo MD afeni ye gbegu sa wa mo abeka se ena we free ho na ka we na ho ena we free ho eka no ekwan be no mo fa so boy say ye kwan bone a wan ye na ko gina mra kwan no say ye kwan bone ena ye de boss aka na wan na wa chi na ko gina ko to say papa we ye di adwuma no hye ne nsa no sika emra kyerɛ sɛ nko so de expansion or the two workers ka or the etoto nneɛma na si warehouses no wa anye or the scan ko high life identity na won che no it's not 7 years and sometimes ye ba na sa akoyechi a me coming from the private sector na ha me because oba mokola ye mu bi nyum nyina ye start adwuma na ja enye se start adwuma say capital ni jiko ye adwuma o ebinum start adwuma e wo deficit what I say enso kakran je buye ma menum panyimfo a omo ba mokola say shop girls enso ne omo oni
mitwa no
millions of dollars
despite sana no ton bossa shows oton supporter ma men kan say no ton cassette didim ane baby awadru ni
ngaze mi jogo no one me aunt na ko Lagos one me aunt na ko Lagos what I say enti no ye won panyimfo bebre tete saa enne na ya no ye hia panyimfo bi ye so se ye beduro ensem a ye ka kire wo mo no so mo ba no mo so mo de be ye adwuma Ghana be yi na say de ye ko yi anhwa enche e wo se wa man na say de she businessman nsa
no ohwe no
oso mu ni ye nyu anu da bia e o da bi say de mo da mo de mu degree ne mo PhD no
ehunu amododo ene na ikwadwe ene na me Dr. Bawumia say entira me share Dr. Bawumia say import duty no be reduce no obema no say 40 feet container abuso kan for no credit through no boy answer no kan say abuso kan the spare parts by 40 feet container ya find say shocks absorbers nko a flat rate say engine o say dan o 20 feet enti sa import duty so obe reduce no what you say money ade
oh ya say o ka say ni ji ade a mamen ka say today's advocacy group nyame adom ye ne ye papa panyi ora John Mahama ehia ama ye ne di nkomo waje itirimu epo enne ma ye pese oba wo ye man ye ne NDC manifesto team so ehia ama omo so yaka ye nsema kire wo ye nua ba omo asoso ye ne ehia oje itirimu po oje nsem ne ma hayen na mekan say adana okasa ye no omoto nsafre ma ye ko hobi na eniema be na ya ni hia ye kan ye no kan ho asem ya utie mpanyimfo no mienu aye no mo hia sesi ana obia wa adwempa e de fa edwadie hu na me politician hye me bo a ya me ntam fa me nsam fa mafuru so ntem adenji na me kasa political party mienu ni nyina omo opposition omo hyegbo bi omo ba power omo ntebe ni so ebi wo so omo ye na yen tag for the ya sesa na se bese paniko nya haban se eniema waka se oba ye no sampa so timi ba no ye sa eniema ne dia eni enka bedwadie mu a nka Ghana bitima ise Dubai men ka skyscrapers na men ka bridges no me see dwadie because there be a advances are yin say Ghana baby nyame de yedua no se yetimi ye niema ye ne tete import duty so a hwe Niger Mali Burkina omo nyina professor perform niema o Ghana than any of the African countries and you know say yes ye the shock absorbers and now say ye the engines ye container o ko Nigeria ye yani aye to nipa yani give for equal among the sub region say ma we doable no obi bisa say na ade na so bi akobe make say we engine we akofra we no say ye 2.0 engine 1.5 engine 3.5 engine ye betimi itemize container we e bia say ne wom we say ne wom e be ni aye ka empanyimfo to ebu an monte ase ne say on the 18th of September, today's advocacy group a press conference. And ye catch Ghana for say, Ura Meshada, or ye near maybe as any manner or ye no. To us, ye free say, near ma, Sabi, Etrem,
Commissioner General,
GRA,
okay.
Or ye near maybe as any man, Etrem.
That's all no name fear with.
na say ye two fu na say we ntia okwa ntia de ntia no ye kan ya wo so ntie no na ye sama no e de na ma na otimifo na netimifo nsa kan no afi nyina Ghana fo hu say ono ankasa kra ni age no na ye den ama no afi de enyu aba abransare abran monyamfo abran ba papa bi na e kire ne onka hwe ye ne papa we eja kwabra and now my yetima bibi akodigita ama kaya yo eniema bebria ye no ma wo ko yese de kodigita ya nke boboa esi de na obi ebie shop na nkrofo abaso e beto ne ma na wasoma kwabra ne so metena ho otoba ako a recording mienu recording sa teteniema we teteniema we na ye kan na mpanyimfo bi fi se ne ye kan no tag for pekasa tag for pedede ye e ba ye opanyi ba omya azame no kan wan so ba obi twem good and this also ba obi twem dia then a chese nsama na traders advocacy group e kan na ya asama na o sen company for the adwuma na o mutwa saade no two ye nwanum togofuo ya o hwe African map as a one omu kra no etimi atenase ama shipping lines charges bi on ma okotogo indimi charge o hwe o ka asem bi me di bi to so se CEO ya o hoi no ye adwuma ma obi enne sa company do mutimi to sana shippers authority de na ekoso no nipa ye yi ni se o CEO no na oye adwuma ma shipping line bi asa ne ye kofa no the shipping lines and buga na fo a onkasa okoka oye meeting on frel eti for the past 7 years wanye meeting and fair traders advocacy group da ye ni asaki kra no so o me ne ka ho
I won't go bit
because oya ade a hobeka but you know there be a make say businessman or woman be a usura de bia no na say be woni ba bia hoko because politicians unfeed politician all my uska etu enokra nu hu so timika nyaye kan say shipping line Ghana ha eja makota chiman makofa bayere e de agu truck ma me de bankran truck na ka che me say obeji me 5,000 so truck ni besi me warehouse another station na me yiri ma na o sa charge me
baby
on charge you
so waje o be so waje a lot of fair bi
and so sana na Ghana beautiful ni ma yekomu no yakofa container ye tua freight e bia $5,300 no odi abedu ha na o yi niema na ma no no sa charge you
ano ye work man say one way yi niema na no dey charge ya da ma o ma na se dey
hwe ejama men kan okra ba ko sa asem say proud to say ye be tema MPS na your equipment bi on Ghana ye ni
yeah
enti no obi edie e no de be ye ni akase service charge ye wie MPS no sa niema we nyina machines we nyina omo eti charges bi won mo gi ye ni a ni kwa se nko mo gi e bia ne COVID-19 ye atwa mu ya se ye de gi ye enti ye kan sansem we nyina na nya de nyame ase se nei ye ma me na ma na kotena ase na obi foforo aba nipa na oba ye no uhwe ne tirimu po ene ne niema o kade a so de ye adwuma de adwadifo ye ho beto ye kakra eti se ye nwa panyi ba o me ase oba na port no so be automated a anke adwadifo nke ni baje esi there na esi aye paperless ye just to take away the human face na ka utu e usika na ko union a kwa brani se timika se na aboso ka abokwa na no masem ye mobo se ye die mpaboa de uyi emu nyedu se wotimi yi engines enyina ebu form anaja na ye ni ayi apa utimi de kire ye nwa no moton nwia me madam fu obi o de kire nwia no so ya enwa no quantity na beba form no so adenti na se nya abro obi the engines ye engines ni nyina ebu form last madam fu ba kon Q7 engines a omu yi omu intimate ebo form and all you need na ko bu head ni
say no
so ati ase it is ye paperless dia ade nti na yenye ne ho nye na sa custom for na omo de omo ayo madwen se bia omo ba se omo bepa omo ho anya no na meka wo yenye se custom for nyina ye fine gentleman o no ma omo ku omo ye
na sa paperless na ye adwuma
ye adwuma ba ebi no mu tiem so when tiem ba re na be hu se o so na sign paper bi ma it is support no ye fully automated da mitimi fie ade ba ko aye ka se so mitimi aya eboboa because importer no first part na ye wa adwen se sebe omo ti dwomu nko school a so omo ankokọ mu do omo makọ ene ye maye omo odwomu ebi kuta double masters eti ni ye de nema ba eno an ye de papers ama omo okoye laptop so oba ye beti metua ye duty ne ye de ye receipt ama track ne say confirm container breme e ye du amo adenti na o man Ghana ye tena ho ma Togo port and yam ye timi ko fa nema o Togo ye timi ko ye nema o Togo e de ba Ghana ha e sa be duty na ne bo of chance o be ye free time port it is nsema ompanyi no e ka ye ne de edum bebre no e ye vision seze e o se Ghana for to abama no na Ghana for to abama no so a ba ono anyo pepa so be ye eti ye no in as much as e ya adwempa e ye nema e beboa o man Ghana ni dwedifo no politician de me kai picture bi me hu no social media politician bi a ogina nkrofo ma ye bompa e na akata na ni baako na obie baako ti me politician ka asema in as much as e ya de beboa ye no ye beto ye bo nye de celebration na twere de mansa ye de be chef regime se nyame ye na dom na oba se nyame ye nwa panyin jo mama aso adom no so ba na ono so niam ye na ka na ode mu no ono so baba ba ye dia e hono mo ena na ye bobo ose na se si ye die ose bo ne die
mo home so ansa
ye ba home so ansa
okay
because ye nim nkofo a ye no omo e dele
me da se Mensa Thompson utie Dr. Baumia Samo kan ye ya obi se message bi wan kamnya ka mekan no na fe yetumi aye o se ye ka se ye sa flat rate na be din na mo no se be reduce duty no eno betumi aboa no ye example bi se emfa ne se bia BMW ne boarding Benz ne boarding expensive cars no ne boarding inti emfa ne se bia me makofa expensive cars ne boarding ne engine 20 feet container no bi so akokofa tiku no so engine na efo 20 feet container na se nyina ekutua the same duty is that fair nti mama mama be at least 10 minutes
medasi mama
10 minutes
medasi Ejakabna Dr. Baumia ekasa nano were making a lot of promises. In fact, one of the promises of making here of reducing import duties. And ya can't want me. Na I'm say some many penny Mr. Martin Kai, you know. Sema sabi manage who ye pa na I would like to associate with. Say politician de okasa kyerɛwa utia no etie no asomie na ade baako a ema obi kasa sebi kyerɛ sɛ ɛwɔ sɛ onya nkuranhye ana sɛ ɛwɔ sɛ o ma reho ɛyɛ ade friend credibility. So the credibility of the messenger is very, very important in every message. I think that Dr. Baumia has a credibility crisis.
That didn't know kasa.
Maybe chirem ni enti ame kasa because and now no be kasa bebre na the kind before obe share sa ebo a wa share including reduction of taxes and import duties no. Obe hwe Ghana for yenim ka kire yen se ne akosum fie nson nyina no ono Dr. Baumia onim ho hwe don cancer enti ono na odimate enti car no kwato amene wono wan hunu driver no kono mo nsa obetena car nim ede car no ekosha amene mu no wan hunu se driver na bo wante ho popoye ena otim ena kaneshi akra na driver ndiko pemye nti ono na odi mate pe oni mo hwe tebe beina your friend is saying say trotro driver bia mate bia or pilot trotro mo friend trotro mate no baomia it is your friend trotro mate for baomia it o me kan baomia bet na say o friend trotro mate for ina baomia
stories ne bi ni
trotro
mate for
say baomia
I'm from baomia
ho an
from your drivers
wo for trotro
ya come say you know nam kwa
okay
to the
we're rolling in Windows app now we're rolling in Windows app so
time on person 10 minutes
na Jacob na onu say
onu na meyi one by one
na onu say
so omo ba mu a menkasa
on be catch there say Dr. Baumia
ntro no na meyi
o man penye Kufuado tama Baumia e speech na Kufuado 2 point entina Baumia mba entina na Kufuado I'm say no man penye 2 kwan entina wa mba Baumia speech no say no be catch there
ntro
o msi na o man penye 2 kwan nti emfa say no man penye 2 kwan na Baumia tama na okasa na o acting president and o catch there say we need president that into problems are o man no ya famu nyina
cancer and have it
yo yate
one cancer
yo
we do so
affect
o trantra ma won say
David o kasa o trantra o trantra tie o kasa o trantra ma ne hu a on no kana eti na wo ha no o kana na o si asema o kan yesa na tie me da
okay enye sa na tie me respond
ni o trantra Dr. Baumia ni trantra
enti mi tie o mensa
da kwabla me be kire o di nta Dr. Baumia ye trofo hwe wo kan page 92 I'm say paragraph 92 of Ensama Baumia statement obema no na no ukwada or say ene Ghana wote medical doctors oko consulting room wote kolibua utimi access medical records what 37 any doctor in any medical room across the country or my medical records or my digitalizing I must say any doctor in any medical room consulting room can access the folder of a patient obwa entro hospital ben say ot 37 military hospital we bet me access patient folder e okolebu entro nya no kure but onim pefe
wo kan wo akwakohwe
doctor for eja kwabna say mo yen setwefo mo fra doctor for musa me ni doctor for bibre di nkomo o say nya no kure eno Baumia be hwe nim e be ka kire afei o kan paragraph 103 Baumia say 93% of fiber optics awukrom ha ono Baumia ena eye fiber optics they start to use fiber optics for chroma say Baumia say before no be vice president no na fiber optics yele no chroma nya 7% pe enti enne from 2017 to now ono na le mu 93% ono Baumia
say no kan we
page 103 kan be
me kan am
my kan page 103
me man in
paragraph 103
kan wasempa
page 103 awo kan
paragraph 103 mu kan
page na document na do 100 na do 100
eja kwabna Dr. Baumia say
okra onim document
ono oba be reduce fiscal deficit
ya me say ya can taxes na deputy Eric
eja kwabna me ba taxes so eja kwabna me ba me lay the foundation for my city 10 minutes o dey so stop me
okay
Dr. Baumia say obe reduce budget deficit and interest rate no wa enforce the fiscal responsibility of so kwa there obe amend no time Baumia e kasa unim say the same statement na obe ka kire no paragraph 12 Baumia defend the Bank of Ghana oba print sika without parliamentary approval ama Ghana overrunning a budget deficit he defended them in paragraph 12 obi no ba paragraph 103 be ka kire yen say he will reduce budget deficit and enforce the fiscal responsibility and ensure say government budget deficit will not overrun 5%. Such contradiction. From the same statement, in one breath, you are defending the Bank of Ghana for printing money for government without parliamentary approval, for behaving recklessly. And in another breath, we say, you trouble man now back. Oh, they obey something different. but you are defending the same reckless behavior in your same statement.
Or no nye president. And to on your president, the Bank of Ghana.
So why is he defending the Bank of Ghana?
And so no be president we are. And you be making sure say Bank of Ghana make my mom print it.
Let me read what he said in paragraph. Oh, for Mukamami. Oh, Alfred, Maminkai.
You have your phone. Let me open it.
113. Don't worry. 113. What here small kind? Or say unfair criticisms and attacks on the Bank of Ghana. For behaving recklessly. But me say, yeah, Bank of Ghana print this camera buying without parliamentary approval. Okano. Yeah, unfair. Let me read. Okay. Or say, to sustainably reduce the budget deficit and interest rate. No, this is no. Paragraph 12 no Bank of Ghana there.
Senior, can we some
paragraph 12. Paragraph 12. Or say, I must salute and give particular recognition to the Bank of Ghana, which has come under unfair criticisms for taking the necessary steps which help pull economy back from the brink. Which brink?
Thank you.
This is Baudel defending the Bank of Ghana. No, you are not catching and say, you're trouble man not there or no there, or be enforce the Fiscal Responsibility Act. Such working contradiction.
That is a working contradiction.
It's a working contradiction.
How is it a working contradiction?
I say, Baumia said, or say, one of the achievements or can wasem. Baumia will reduce inflation from 54% to 23%. Baumia.
Because science can state central bank or
Baumia or two opposition. Obi everyone wants to him say why inflation single digit. Baumia be catch say inflation ye ni.
O see yenwe. That was it.
Inflation. Or see inflation and hwee. Or no be fa inflation from single digit and go 54% or say ya there ye mo yan say man so dey free 54% no dey call and dey about 23%. That is the credibility of the person we are talking about. Now Baumia say na ensem okeka de bebre kwa o se NHIS treatment
ensem me kan se ko eyi no so time na so
ba o me say me ba o se ono de yeto abama na obe with the ministers or the ministers mark 50 pen be adwuma
chronic
enne ba o me vice president go and look at the number of presidential staffers at office of the vice president, just the office of the vice president ono kwa almost 30 people ne go na kache adwuma. Now we say, yeah, the Oman Ghana just as officer, vice presidency. Now we say, how can we make keke? We need to make beer. Your man come out here, be beer. Now na decision beer. We take decision. We advise you keke. We soon go for almost 30 office. But yeah, the Oman Ghana we soon go for 50. Hey,
is it not possible?
Okay. So all I want to say is. The credibility of Nipa na Ekanawasem. He has a very questionable credibility.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
Mami Boba, just 30 seconds. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. We have undergone debt restructuring. Or the IMF. Sure. Exchange rate could be 15 cities. Inflation almost 60%. Akofa pension, Fosika, BBC, Yegu banks, Kokobode Gu. This is the achievement of the
or no person na come beti because concentrate on the tax
pressure
said the beya debit said the beya ye ko another a chapter because issues you be discussing no nyama bebre wo be discussing nyina it ye ko one after the other it one no see me that say
the foundation be next one
ya hwe sa bo hye ya ye kan be possible sir say or hwe kwan say obetumi ama niama bo na say obe reduce import duties dey na si the kwan say sa bere yo mampani abedi akire no obetumi ahwa ye ho be say dwade fu asu importers and exporters asu say duty no dos dodo ani na sa bere won nyama Ghana won fokwa bi so nyama Ghana fo won tumi hiha omo je side ye tumi no manansa nti sa bere do nya de obetumi bibia de abo Ghana fo ana
Yo, Jacob na me
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Yes, sir.
It started 9:57.
Yes.
Now, what fan statement na? Okay, Bibi. Or say, answer na obeshe ejumadi nyina ase a obeka Wednesday no. Obeka the recorder oni na Akufo-Addo omo achieve. Na we a waka ono as Dr. Bawumia juma ye de share nsa na Addo open so. Ansana waka dia edane ni ma obeye. Owie na okoso na o say time a yeje oman no efi NDC for ho no na omo say omo awe nam no akadompe omo say bibia ma oman pani a no so at that time a say see a office say e say de oman man bio no obedi honeymoon 2 years no de juma year 2 years no okay bibi say see a bibia economy na edo no wa we nam ni nyina my economy ni egu asay wo share. Okay, Bibi, notwithstanding the difficult economy we inherited, we had to get on it and start to fix the problems. That problems were all. That problems are back 9. No boss so say almost started here. We started with a clear, decisive and deliberate program to, among other things, stabilize the economy. 1. Fix Dumso. 2. Fix NHIS. 3. Now NHIS a kaida ono and yago. Fix the roads, clear the arrears. Now arrears go hono, yago. Make education free and accessible. Significantly enhance social protection for the vulnerable in society. Industrialize our economy, tackle youth employment, and empower farmers. 9 things are, or can say, you better tackle. And seriously speaking, we know Kasano, oh yeah. But let me take you back to one thing now. One thing now, baby. Me no go back to inflation. Mostly a shares here, from government to government. Offer from President Rollins time. Inflation Akufo-Addo inherited. Rollins offer by so that inflation was 40.24%. In our President Akufo-Addo, first year 41%. No two from 40 to 41%. Now, President Akufo-Addo fiscal by 2008, no, now inflation it do 16.49%. Okay. Go back 2009, President Atamil say take over no, from 16% no, inflation called 19.25%. Me boy, it's not just an increase bill. Akufo take over na increase asa na ebe film. 2010 no they back down to 10.73%. 2011, no, they call 8.79%. 2012, at a mills before Obenyan the baby akono, or they call 11.19%. In a ija, Ojam Sobeje, Ojam J 2013, normal so called through 11.67% from 11.19%, you know, or they call 11.67%. 2014, no, they bar 15.4%. Let's just our mass double.
His Excellency John Mahama. You can say.
2015, you know, they call 17. Master, what distract? 2015, you know, they call 17.15%. 2016, you know, they call 17.45%.
From 11.
From 11 OJ, you know, office now is 17.45%.
Okay.
Now, President Akufo-Addo beje. OJ from 17, no, first year no deba 12.37%. Under the Fourth Republic, he's the only president ya man economy will reduce inflation. The show Akufo-Addo no control kakra and say na e drop e be form. You know all kono or the back now they are back.
Advocacy saying.
Oh me ba say me koso. 2018 or dropping into single digits 7.81%. 2018. 2019 or confirm further to 7.14%. 2020 never show to 9.89%.
Say na dey Eric.
2021 in equal 9.9%. 2021 the 4 years continuous na inflation is single digits. Then it came to 2022 time economy no started say dane no. The global economy
4 years continuously free.
The global economy no na adani na move it to 54% as Dr. Bawumia said in his speech. in 2020.
Nti ye the global economy.
Say here kasa no
answer be call 54%. Na yes say.
Na ye 9.99.
Na 9.99.
Yes, single digit.
Nti ehwiri. Ehwiri call 54 because of we are saying some see yenti.
Thank you.
Okay. What can say be said?
Now, we share the global economic inflation index. It moved from 1.something% to 8%. That is over 800% increment. And that was the time.
Yes, the new increase course.
Yes. That was the time. Since I Kasanu, I drop it to less than 23%.
What can be about the economy? Say mobile no must na economy no enye. Mobile na futuo bia no seke bia dem.
Futuo bia no seke.
Just say
you are looking at the global
sikasam tutu ya no meba na oman sikasam etise na
projection
meba na projection ben na IMF for aye
inflation data
na projection ben na IMF for aye World Bank for aye say 2017 the economy no na e be grow anase be ba from
eja
na mo bedu mo betu ye no so no na sika bi wo ho because man pena da ma aka say na stabilization fund na sika wo Esla neska wom sinking fund neska wom give neska wom enti sanya mani nyina no mo beto se na ewo ho na ewo ho a e de na mo de ye na ni ho nso a na de na ewo.
Okay eja, when you are looking at the economy no, you look at it globally. Won febi na won jebi, won febi na won jebi, sikada ha ekada ha sikada ha ekada ha. Time President Kufuor ifi o mine so no na eka why weja ato we tue bia we jebi eye 9 about 8 point something tie fan say $9 billion make a total dollars, because usually with the local currency foreign currency are then $9 billion in eja NDC force will be taking over omo yed omo ya omo kono eka with all area we ja kakra wa ha we di kakra wa ha we ja kakra wa ha omo so ja eka eda ho no omo tue bi omo je ebi no na eka eda ho eye $30 billion a hoping $21 billion na abeka ho $30 billion and na me no kasa no eka ye tue bi ye tua bebre wo na yenso ya boka no bi ye kasa no the total eka eda ho setia ya $43 billion
can Ghana cedis na Ghana for fake people
$43 billion we calculate here total payment of all the debts ni ade awode aka ho no it's just a hoping $13 billion.
Maybe so question
it's a chair say eka no just can be wo baby but we je ka kese so da
na maybe so question be say o say Dr. Baumia say mo be share a very difficult economy.
Yeah.
And then bisa say mobile to side difficult economy no. Na amansan ku ahodo a rate esi kasam se de bisia ya for so man bia betu anyini. For instance World Bank, IMF na idea no maka fa Ghana economy ho say the next year which was 2017 going no na esi kasam betu aye.
Enti na me start here no me chill say obia inherit economy na inflation cost row.
There be inflation some.
Maybe
because
projection. That is the main thing that indicator. Projection ayema.
IMF for na ka say economy na be grow and I say ain't grow.
Even EIU.
Masa, every country will far the first indicator ever more your GDP and your inflation. That is the first indicators you look at. Obia be fine there. Na time Akufo office no can say this the IMF World Bank for they predicted the economy was going to grow.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
They predicted
that is a lie.
At that time, there were global challenges.
That is a lie.
In travel, it's not high travel. The same is responding to you. Thank you.
Say, IMF, World Bank, and the real institutions in the can say, or my economy no ebe grow to which percentage? In 2017, 2018, and then I'm going to say benyini, and I say enyini.
or make say a bit to me.
A bit to me and I say being
a bit to me depending on who is steering the ship.
I'm steering the ship. I'm a focus a bit to me
prediction. It is a make us a bit to me. They are predicting. Say a prediction. It can be yes or a no. That is why they call it prediction. It's a bit to me to this angle. However, nipa corona eti echienu. Never depending.
I'm a forecast say a bit to me.
Yes.
Now one can say a big growth to this. I'm a for some of the speculation. Some of the guess. Almost
prediction.
Almost guess. Say.
And yet one point I will use the word predicted.
Say.
And I just I know what almost predicted. Say it is a obi predictor. Say saying. Say may show say.
It was not a prediction. It was not a prediction. It was a projection.
Oh,
it was a projection.
Seriously, I did all you know. Or status or kasa me and we will not stop. Because why yet several times my man one he still doing it.
I'm kind so near you. Mr. Thompson me pacho. Enti I am a frank bibia say me sika se betumi anyini 2017.
And American said they predicted say it can grow. Now Nipakuna STN no in a year. Enti na me ma the place that President Atta Mills 11.something% inflation or jaya no. Nanka omo president take it over no. Nanka say to me
for president.
NDC for.
NDC for president. My friend,
I am president. But all take it over no. He could have made it better because Atta Mills had come to build upon something.
Okay.
Now all building upon it. Let's expect to say most okay. Into President Dr. Babia someone come about this you know they say what 7 years. We share the do's and the don'ts. We share in some akoso of home. Or ni impenifo na kasa and I'm glad say Mimi Akojo can say he met them and he spoke to them. And I hear Jane who they are able to me aye the abwa omoma also want. That is why when he was doing the paperless no one kataneni and say oh paperless me yama MP before and now me yama we mu he did it so that the human interface e wo no ebema your friend say kitahye ni proya ebia ewom no ebebe fo
me dance
enti seti aye kasa no I'm telling you on authority
me dance
say giving the mandate no adia eda nenim no obeye mabofo
me dance Eric what's any din na also bet eto no be no would the way back say we na de bebo say no boy dey said then you me so be there for said then you say 20% container obi a dey korona no betua and I be say would it be fair say ye be any say me koto de number ton anya sika for so bibiri no bi so koto be to anya for so kitikiti bia I dey say be ni nyina atumi tua eto baako eno nye me kan hwehwe ni mu ana say enya sisie na fi de okan so
we say a specific question on tax but we debate na with the exception of senior and na because of ABN field and attention with tax Minia Thompson for me no zoom into the statement. I just share
how to respond to Thompson
73-page document na Vice President Alhaji Bawumia kan na ni speech of lies 73-page documents no ni nyina atro na na ewu eja de etosumienu ye best Ghana for we are Ghana ni a oman ni do eda wakoma so a se Bawumia sign din so gina na num be kasa kirewa hweni yi his excellency yes hweni yi aja woni mabochi mabube we wahada me na na ba na ka kire me se abochi didwa o se onim de obeshi akwase a sabi into betimi share abochi a
responding to what if I do 10
listen to me carefully stop that I was so quiet for you
are going on an attack
what is this
you are going on an attack mission you are never quiet you are attacking me every time I was speaking
asamo kan so on kan me bianti am
na asamo on kan we be a specific question Oma you can tell me say Bawumia made lies what lies
me should be sound
Mahaman draw try and
maybe sound specific question but the question be sound one fan for who
me the fa
what the fa be son of the bc
but that I say na Mahaman try and draw every time
me pacho Eric meet you
ja me da se me na namba me chia na o mi krom suma hin kro
we chicha kaso
na tawa abochi e didwa sabe o se onim de obeshi akwase a onim de nti o ka kire me o se obetime hia abochi na ntuma ba ko na da na pampamu a oton ntoma no kobusa baby e ton ntoma obetumi ato na bia 100 Ghana cedis babuchi betumi aka kiro say 20 million abuchi betumi anya nipa baako ama nato sa ntoma na 1900 obesere so ama nate so 100 Ghana na watone 19 ya kana 1009 banka oko shop obetumi ato na 100 sada na abuchi oshi akwase the same abuchi no obetumi de ntoma kro na ato ni ti so na wakwa kudi bebi ntoma na obo 20 million obe ya daba ka so for 50 Ghana bra because abuchi si onim de obeshi akwase anti obe ukra odi twa ne na ochiro no so de betwa kwase awa chiro that is the speech by Umia delivered because onim de obeshi akwase a sabi enu nti no waba begina ho ena wa sambo the nation records enkofo na omabo amaya boman no ena ya sign the Ghana flag a chisho omunsem onso about the biba is part of the nation records ena okasa na omuchie ne app na de ya wo leadership pa ne se wo utwa sabone na nipa nkan kire that is the most principal aspect in leadership nti ensem alaji ba omi aka yi na you could clearly see say obi a why na adwene so mfa no krenya adwuma da na on de obi gina ntrosu ban no mu akọ na wie aja ade ba akọ am sign deduce from the statement that he read this proverb about being grateful to people. A grateful dog is better than an ungrateful human being. Kramaya o yini raye. Ne so on fast watching nipa onia yi. Because share the intro of the 73-page document. Ne kwan on fast wa sambo the glories ema ne ho. Ne kwan on fast so e pushi ne ho fi blame na ewum. No yi ni na digu ne boss president Akufo-Addo so you could clearly see say woni nipa na ma na so sign wo wachi ehu because eja one na eko but ni trimu no one na eko ba omiani cobra straight the ode na na nipa e cobra rare cobra man ye no an say na me your constitution e di bu o man no e wo provision e kire say ye yi obi as a flag bearer o wa kwanya so yi ne running mate ana me boa nti sisi alaji ba omia yeyi na as flag bearer okohie MPP mpeni forecast say ye man na kakra na onwene ho asan wakwa koyi ne se soboafo ne bebu oman it is accepted, that is the law and yeyi obi as a running mate na oba be ye president and vice president o som Ghana emra no kire de wo ye enu nti no alaji ba omia nsem o kan ye de pese Ghana 40 ase ne say ye ne flag bearer na oba be ye running mate no e man na nado sorry ye ne running mate oba ye vice president man na nado dan Akufo-Addo no owura gina Ghana ha kan sem bibira ne de o kan ne nyina no ansi enti say nipa no akanfo obu bebi se amfo e ne kire ne nto aso enti de oba kan sem kire wo no radane si one time no so sign ba biem se o de kasade esen aba na wahwe ne mienu aja Alaji ba omia yeyi no as a running mate e ka kire in 2016 say MPP betina akonwa so a ye the 18 months e be turn Ghana economy ama Ghana ni bia ho ato no the same Alaji ba omia ka kire in 2016 say they will be moving our economy from taxation to production based economy na maka taxation to production based economy no under the leadership of Alaji ba omia ma mention taxation to production based make sure taxes are hodwa or kan ye di biaba eja second no mo se Ghana from parking kan because the speech we grow here or see ni vision the first 3 paragraph no so on be bie adwenem no mo se Ghana for bi mo adwen so o ya kope kan na hwe taxes nko Alaji ba omia as a vice president and head of economic management team ya mo be move from taxation to production taxes e diaba di edi kan on betina konwa so mo increase VAT by 5%. Omo the 2.5 equal get fund and a national health insurance. Omo sign increase special import levy by 2.2%. Omo increase national stabilization fund by 3.5%. And omo review personal income tax by 35%. So bekaya omo the luxury car vehicle tax by 50%. Communication service tax omo increasing by 50%. Ebiem omo the 5% financial sector cleanup levy. The kwaje over 25 billion this year no yeah the whole tax 5% by yes the 1% e-levy yeah yetua ne yeah the 1% covid levy by yetua yes I increase energy sector levy by 20 pesos yes I increase sanitation levy boiler tax by 10 pesos yes I increase energy sector levy no on you can say LPG by 18 pesos. Omu increase road fund by 40 pesos. Omu say increase primary distribution margin fuel so 4.5 pesos. Omu increase bus margin from 3 pesos to 9 pesos. Omu increase fuel market margin from 1.5 pesos to 9 pesos, which is 500% increment. Omu increase UPF from 9 pesos to 68 pesos. Omu increase energy debt recovery levy from 41 pesos to 49 pesos. So you did all these things, and you told Ghanaians then in opposition that you will be moving from taxation to production-based economy. We know, is it not taxes? So such a chronic liar.
Yeah, reduce taxes.
Master Jaikasa.
Yeah, reduce taxes.
Stop this.
Over 20 taxes.
Such a chronic liar. You lie to businesses this way. You Senior, what is this?
Oh yeah, reduce taxes. Bosso.
I respect you.
I respect you.
Alfred Thompson Medasi.
Time we attacking no one who must yet. The person who must yet.
I was so quiet for you. So why this?
Eric Pitio.
So such a character, such a chronic liar, such a deceitful character. You are telling us today, say, Yamma wa kwinya na wo ye meet. And the driver made analogy. Sebi. Oh, ya na Bawumia kasa onim say
Dr. Bawumia.
Alhaji Bawumia doctor. Say o kasa onim say Ghana fo adwene ni nyina gu cage e na onep okita key. Nti obia na adwene ni adwuma. A driver telling us wo catch say wo ye meet. Now driver na say car na e condemn wo na e de ma wo de beko. Eja driver ni a oni meet nam ahobrase nti articulator truck wo na okuta na meboa. E na car efiri Kumase kwa Asante Mampong e na ekodu bepo esuo. Yenim se car ni timiti sign no e na ye de truck ma mate ni se car na eti asan ya fa truck ne to no. Alhaji Bawumia duru bepo no so car na eti sign ya na fa truck ni no huri free. E na ode truck no ko gina nchen. Nti ogina wa e makufu ado e de car no ne na adu nyina kwoto amena no. Utie de meka no. Ye de no kwoto amena no wie na ode truck na be gina kwa no se mon koma ye different car ne emfamra na me driver ne na nya de na mo de mam ya me de beko. The first question is say truck na ekuta ne na efufuo na wo se udi. E wo so de truck car ne na nya stamina na gina na nkofo ne ma na egu car no mu na ensei, but you sat aloof because of how betrayal you are. You thought you supposed to be the leader of the country, not even Akufo-Addo. And you know, that is the character of Bawumia and how he spoke.
Achievement.
That shows the type of leader you can ask him. Now the Adodo dear who say you see Atija also na mini ho. What sort of leader is this? Is that how we were trained in our homes? I am the type of me who has someone mechanic plane, so you follow my communication. Me fast some wine. It is some meeting in American assembly. Why my the car na kwa share we also yanko new car for mount. Na chalk kukuta until o connect sign. We meet we be see a driver and that time we be see the chalk na babeto. Na adwem boni ben no. Adwem boni because and na me no say Ghana economy obi anim emra ye wo mu na wasia ko gina ho hwehwe ni mu ni atro edi kan Alhaji Bawumia se MPP aban ba no mba be si dum so ano eja kwabena dum so da ben na sha ase o Ghana somewhere 1984 na dum so ba Ghana President Kufuor Pence 1990 ebi bai Rolling Stone 94 yina na dum so ba President Kufuor Pence obi bai ono de osan so kura gada asofo de omukogu akosombo dam si ya mompa ye nkyere Nyankopon se nsu ye hia nsu na nsu nto owie na Dr. Rekumbo be sign be ka kire se okoto toy generators ene de bai ye sign ba ban under President Mahama do so sign by President Mahama ka kire Ghana for say nya fe na me be apportion blame ba me dum so a 10 of the past in this country enti ye dasumu ye nkai Ghana for ya ye pagana for ache so kan na ya we all suffer together. But President Mahama ka say e was so Ghana dum so history ni ko nti ne akofa car power ne akofa Mary ne akofa yesin sign agreement be bra na be ma yanya homohoden e de agina so nti ene enkofo no mo ND dum so no be ka kire Ghana for so mo no ye job excess capacity. Into look at the logic here. Obi a wo si wo na ended dum so no. Wo si de okọ enu mum ja excess capacity obo ho ka. Wo kon concern bro, wo die fifiu nan ho. Into da be na wo no wo de sa capacity ne ba ya eno excess na enye wo. But dum so no de wo na ended no. So what is excess capacity? What is the meaning? Excess kire say e bia nsuo say nsuo ne drink na wo ha. Eja we na ohia wo use we no de aka no kra na ehun hye de hia mo nti aboro so wo na wo se wo na end dum so no SS ne de nya wo na de ba yo ba de ono de dum so ba na de SS ne ba. Look at the logic here. Aja, does it make sense? Ebiem original wo se Ghana card ye na de Ghana card ba Ghana card ya ye kan ho asemi ye papa ko
2 minutes.
Oh, are you sure?
Over 10 minutes no.
About 20 minutes.
Opa ne kasa about 20 minutes. But
I can say over 20 minutes.
Aja, o kan say me time ya so am no nya.
We say about 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
I'll respond to all this. More time, man.
Mate. When I will manage your time. I can mate.
One more piece, one can
in you can say Ghana card. You have a pack of 4 pencil. They started all this process. You buy an so you bet to so. As of see if you kunya so. Na nipa yetime distribution amount you be 900,000. Available casa na wo hwa na yem print ya a blank cast was around 12 million. Na be 4.7 million or so and na ready ni na document a da ho se me yi amount can atofa committee na set ya no committee chair no ba wo me na submit report man no data na e wo so nyina no the same thing but ba wo me akogina so no na de Ghana card aba and na large ba wo me ma Ghana 40 as digitalization na de ba Ghana such a chronic liar.
Then the kind ya a wo ho a e kire se de oka no e wo ne ne.
Aja me ba digitalization. Awse mobile money so hono kofa sa ansem ni na de shegu. Aja yeti kroma. Time na interoperability no kran sha ase no. Na mobile money ye nye ntua token. Na intimi transfer ska kroma. Interoperability agreement aye ne private company no coin it was around 4.6 billion or so. Yes, na BOT. Yes, ye term sikapudu na ye diama company no. Ye ne company ne ko agreement say obe operate for number of years. Ewi ana wateneka. Alaji ba omi aba ya na obe ye dede so sika no kra na na ye de ko mu no na so dodo. Woni ana Canada Japan so be ka say 1 point something na almost de ko invest here no or the investor for India buy and also the $50 million na be. And these scammers they have the guts to gather Ghanaians and keep lying to us. And then you are telling us to say me a penny or a businessman or no nyagide wo mu so wo ba obetete taxes so empany for say amfo na kire ne to aso President Akufo-Addo na betina konwas in 2017 okay say kan budget we aboso kan for bosi chief okay
2 minutes
what happened the next year her taxes are heaping in this country we are buying now timu just last week ye dey emission levy aban you are telling us say no won ka ho na wo ba obetwa emission levy aban na otimu omo de 10% tax abeto betin so no wo se wo nka ho wo ba wo betwam aban na wo otimu a e-levy ye de aba ya o ye Samiria ba omia oti e-levy cake anim ye se ye petrol no na mo de adane cake mu yi yeshi na wo kodi cake ni wie a wasia be ka kire o se Ghana for ye ho ye nin koso enti ye sign on another 4 years na wo ba cake na wadi no but can you eat your cake and have it?
Yes, and
people are too clueless
and na me dey bisa yi say
that's not how you can trust I'll respond to you
Alfred Thompson
ejaba me time na dey anson
I want to respond to one or two lines we issue
e-levy same so obo be e-levy fio emission levy obe ye fio any other taxes obi be bisa say e-levy buy ye no ye tie ni comment o piece bro ni sifa kan kasa ye no na some kan ye no say ono do susu say ye taxe
vulnerable
momo the sense woman ni bi e na etayes amomo na sefo sifa be some specific question say so aban no benya revenue e wo ho etumi ama nyama tumi akoyi no so enye sa aban no enya revenue na momo no osusu se tax ebra ni levy buy no I cake as some more can't tell me back maybe sasa question.
Sure.
I didn't want pay. And so meaning on my Ghana must say bibia ba ya ye hu cake me se dem hu bi da but when ye levy cake na wo ho a what ye chire
one ne
wo kani so eti ye chire ade wo mpe enye wuti ye chire se mu twa mu so mu ye ne den on de obi ani chairman sabo so kram somebody command of parliament somebody be command of parliament ye levy cake and now ade na e wo so ba obeyi e de afiri ho wo ye afiri ho say butai wo de simu ani so say eno che de levy ba no ye duru ye butai ho okay enti na ye de afiri ho ana say de na odi wani mu a woni ne ye adwuma no na na ma otu ye no wo mfo aso nti na wo ye de afiri ho ana say obi akasa oba obeyi afiri ho nti wo so wo kasa be Ghana fo kasa o afro papa ekro nyae a odwene ye ho nti oyi afiri ho any other questions bi emission tax nso ye ka ho asemi ni nyina wo ho bi wo input ade ba de wo he anu nti na so ba obeyi de afiri ho me more 6 minutes 6 minutes what's the 10:28
there are 3 things
okay
like I say me responded to. One is Drunso, 2 is Ghana card, 3 is the VIP as a meet. Na Mesro 1 minute I made read some of these pointers are
about 6 minutes.
On can baby ada say there ekoso nyina ban ekoso no on can will be. It's never ever said that anywhere. Neither we jinu hu if the economic challenges are abada. Say ono Dr. Amlaji Mahmoud Baumia economic challenges no on him. Now let me read this to you. Or say we were elected into office in December 2016 to solve many of the systematic problems and challenges that our citizens were facing, which we had highlighted in our manifesto. Example, no unique identity, no property addressing system, fake birth certificates. We have lived with many years of these problems since independence. And to our more specific nyama, ye buy no, ye adrian say ye way. And what can be must say when he assumed office in 2017 as vice president, and he stated this as vice president, I made the decision with the blessing and support of the president to focus on the critical but underdeveloped systems that would expand the economy, which is happening now, improve the systems and create jobs through digitalization. Into what show their essay on as vice president, and he went to the president for that blessing. You know, so then I focused on the complementary data and systems improvement that would ensure the ease of business and change the fundamental of the economy. It is a year what's now no more can say and now no way Jin way film say on can be. Listen to the English. A year or can say NDC for almost pay at the kind, and I now have come to believe and accepted it. Because systematically we say they create their own dream world. And the first number, instead of touching on the salient issues, Dr. Baumia Kanu, they go on and keep on insulting the man and criticizing the man.
Yeah, criticism is bonny.
And you're bonny, but talk about the message.
Then you were in your position. When you were in your position as a party, when your position as a party, Mampena Damos, one criticizing him. Mampena Damahama, one criticizing
about what he was doing and what we will do better. Go and check all our record. Go and check our record. The 170 questions, were questions that were asking him. The yeba and Kufota, yeah way and I way. And we're asking him. Yes.
Okay.
Go and check the record. Go and check the record.
Okay.
And so when they say NDC full, Omonkaya there, you should believe it, because Odia Obisa Omono were simple salient questions. Say President Kufota and Muba and now we were why ye are now going to me and they are simple questions, but they ran away from it. Or we always say Onumbisa no. Bring the questions and you answer you.
Obisa specifically or the late Abisata.
Yes.
He was the then vice president,
yes,
the head of the economic management team. And I know you saw Abisata answer the man on the okay.
Okay then.
Okay, who they read?
Remind me. He never responded to the questions. Because let me tell you where he took these questions from. The questions need statement and address Ghana for.
Okay.
In NDC for Becca and say like what Mr. Thompson just did. And someone can intro. In some can so he took his address and categorized it into 170 questions. Said the American is it true or false? Yano. The American is it the way
70 lies.
Oh.
Yeko.
The American is it accurate or is not accurate? Now coming to the main area will be signed.
2 minutes.
Listen. You talked about what? The digitalization.
Make a levy.
E-levy.
Any emission fuel. Emission levy. Also
every time.
Any other taxes
every time. And the contingency it brings. Say me share say me can bibi won say ye share asiye no or can bibi say see a baby aye do no 2017 year take over no na nyama bi esisi it we have to take certain decisions yeah by no for the first time since the independence of Ghana yen as MPP4 reduce this thing the ECG charges true or false me try and track we reduced charges on ECG because now NTC4 are charging more than 200%. Into not Ghana for a break. But when things started changing, at the moment, yen charges no, it's not even gone over 50%. Go and calculate and see. But when things started changing, no, you had to address it accordingly, and that is what we did. Into when we say, Okasan Okabibi say, or no bar. Nyama SC 2016, 2015 and 2016, you take it over you know. We are going to change from that. But we have a same vision. We had a same conclusion. The conclusion is to change this country, digitalize it, and move it into a modern world.
And see, e-levy
you be moving this country into a different digitalized world. You bet to me you need above other countries are higher developed.
And yes, we are moving from taxation to production. And so
and yes,
production to do send a bit to when I
tell you
impact our economy so until they're back to say
so we live in a reason asking questions like that and don't let me flow.
Reason
becomes very difficult.
Who told you so? And also you do
baby say yes also take it over by the end of this year now make a picture 2024 you approve a budget nyama our budget will run but our child said now how the economy is running now IMF no more feel say GDP to about 5% they are doing 4 point something so they themselves have come to say at a juma and nyama we are moving in the path recovery faster than they anticipated. Now, on what calculating will say, most year running, you have to be running to December. By the time I take you over, no, I don't need to put certain taxes in place. So I'm going to take these taxes off and then move into the next realm. I need digitalization. Digitalization, no, we will say. Even data you use too expensive. Only tell customers bet now say listen. If we need to move into another world, if we need to compete with the international communities, if we need to help our young people get jobs to do, to say most of the person one, and say make sure say data
why can't you do it now?
Because we've already sat down.
He's the number 2
yes.
A gentleman of the land.
Yes.
And see the no or pressure by number 1. It's obviously say papa it will affect him.
Yes.
Say bonia it will affect him.
Yes.
It's a dancing as I never in a boy dance sabri. No opesa orbano. Young come out say a wound shed day here papa. I bet you who be beer. On you be sabri. Na enya good impact e won na no oto so say obetwe say mon family say the money we na so wanye de o ka so be no so e dey end.
Jacob na we hu ade America him say one tia say yi.
Yeah, now come on.
We can say 2024 budget has been approved. And as part of the contingency schemes. Well, and he intentionally does that because on himself, at the end of it, Ghanaians will accept and appreciate what you are saying.
Go ahead.
Now, once the budget has been approved, of which he was part, we are moving to make sure say by the end of this year to say inflation and then moving from the 23% to as low as 15%. It will come down.
Okay.
So say beba fuma. No, just say the economic indicators are expect to say you be meeting.
You meet it. Say a budget budget not too. I also said
I mean, people will not appreciate what I'm saying.
Budget na tum. Then I him say budget ni aja tum ntino ye production them projection ba mania ma konanim no. Why then are we introducing new taxes?
It's part of the budget.
Emission tax.
Yes, it was part of the budget. Go and check.
Say beba tambe.
Said this year you emission tax. Is that 137 no more approve here. It's part of the budget. Stop that. 137 approve. Now no parliament. Yeah, approve it. Finance budget. No more. They never worked out.
For this moment.
When was that? Because we are still interjecting. That is 1 minute of my time.
For this moment, 1 minute.
Now, when was that? When people are lying, they don't want you to come out with the truth. And I've stated categorically, say, Ura Baumia, Unka wo baby ada say ono onka government no. Waka say baby aye do say anu pepe so aye do no. Say ye kono saa dia, say go see IMF so ka J no so no. Say ye kono saa dia, Ghana would have moved faster into recovery than they anticipated. Say yes sir, by the end of this year it only na aye no dia say ye ni na aye wie. Say ono eba with his new finance minister, with his new 15 member MPs, ministers no, what they are going to do is to go and move Ghana into the direction say ye de nanado die no. Nanado is foundation, we lay foundation strong. We lay foundation digitalization ever take you off. That is why all
digitalization say digitalization I can't want some more can't it's good we are saying technology but yeah man look at say our solution levy yeah man look at say levy is the panacea to Ghana's problem.
No, we didn't let it look that way. It's the debate that they brought on.
You say levy bar ya kwan ya be levy bar free senior school kwalan be di be
it's the debate that they brought on.
I don't levy bar be na ma bebre road to cry if free ho de bibia be ko sa na ehunu no ye hunu no sa ye man look at say digitalization no I know the best of Ghana problems in now because it's like digitalization. But remember, there are some people in some remote areas. One who say digital, you can't watch it. It's very difficult for them to access them. And you know, yeah, man, say I can't say you dig a damn pan and a bed bar, a bed, a Ghana assist sample coupe. 2025.
What question in say you can?
Me say. Who say my penny Nanado a lay foundation into only 50 ministers no and ne team no ebe biama the digitalization no ebe Ghana edum pempenso bi and I'm so e dey na ebe ya dey afa ho I'm going to do some pempenso
okay say in speech no mu no okay the way na interoperability oka ho asem no na interoperability oka ho asem no time omoba ye be fi aban no mo woni ma hia na mpesa omobo Ghana ka $1.2 billion $1.2 billion na ka omobo Ghana ka digitalization your friends interoperability no that was how much they were paying the pensioner foreign company na not all bad and then when we came in, we stopped that contract. We abrogated that contract. I have documents here. I can show you. We abrogated a contract. They call UK International Arbitration. And now I'm charging $498 million. Nanka omode yewe. My friend say contract
arbitration.
Company now kofa arbitration. Na at first he was a board member at that time at Bank of Ghana.
Kana ICC no. And what in Sikasan, you do once and as interoperability such
less than $200 million. Less than it was a Ghanaian company who did it. It was a Ghanaian company who did it. It's a main ban, may end the war. Okay. As someone can say, with the e-levy and the emission tax and the emission tax, man. And the emission tax ni adie na please catch us. And the emission tax ni adie e course no. If you take it out from there, now what is going to happen is the tax burden on Ghanaians will be less. What is going to happen is now our data and things are all negotiated to make sure that the charges come down because we have all the fiber optics are fixing adie wo. it will make the young people into IT no.
Okay.
It is going to reduce the unemployment situation and help Ghanaians go into a situation. Improve your abagana. Ma wone me ayete hano. Yete hanya. Yeni beje.
Say levy yi de sanka mo hoto man sa. Mo wadi sa and so bi se betumi abaso sa. Na yen hwe emission levy so ba be dey free way. As we speak, naka 50% VAT on electricity nanka eba. Being in actually say, or minus still in here tax. IMF conditionalities in share me and IMF conditionalities soon, ye free moon. Until ye free moon shows to say, because 50% VAT. No, I feel now, finance minister said, omni stakeholders, quite tenacity. I feel now. No margin home, no more come for so a beba. With this, 50% VAT on electricity.
Or say ebeba. They've taken it off.
Me say, but or say on ne
stakeholders.
Tenacity, as in what say, echo off never
you but this is how I'm making in revenue.
Say, where you what they are, not on woman share, maybe they are dating so no musia. Some for so be any so.
Maybe
say maybe you there who here so no be akosia. Or no one kokosia.
No what na say aka say me ABCD. O the ones that no what na say. E say me cheche o mo say.
Obi enu obebe obiso ma ye bi o kwaye.
Kwayo
o ma bro.
When dey.
Eja the American say hwe 220. Say ya na beto o. Ade ba ko a eha MPP administration way. Almost second term pa a consultation. And come first term on mobile. Bibia no mu ye bia no mo first stakeholders. Hwe odi yi levy ba. Tag November 2022. A issue statement e ka kire o say. Enipa bia ye wo ba asase so a o ria. O so original ho. Otutu ansa na otumrika. Na say we are wadwen say we nyansabo akwa enema ya neto ne bi ni o hwe yen ka no krenchire nipa say yen nwa panyi ofuriata every businessman owo Ghana ha na fe no oba so bia no sabe ba bia nya medi ni do ye na time we ni business na ko bia pese oduro na otra obi nanso so sometimes I want team ye adwuma na sa we wadwen say bibia won ko a de obeka na yafanya adwuma hwe yi levy obia dina no tumu ka say anka yen started from there 0.5 na yen the target for the na ye yan say this is the same government yeah 1996 ye the VAT ba openyi Rollins the VAT ba kumi preko me preko CM preko baby any wa MPP forecast almost private na so but almost cassette rating and year started. In the Argentina, same government, same ideology, more power. Now, more person we introduce what they. Na Ghana focus again starting here and Sani and Antonius Genti. When it could be baby, so was our energy. Say I will say tax I would able to electricity so. Afraid you was I could share stakeholders. What prevented you from meeting those stakeholders? As I now the aba. Yeah, utie openyi baomia ne speech o maya. Bibia chere say e bia paper mu de or number 2. But reality no, on your number 2.
Hey, how?
Oh yes. I will repeat it again. Say paper so dear. His Excellency Baomia no or number 2. But in reality, he is not number 2.
How?
And I'll prove it.
Okay.
If say or yeah, in reality we're number 2. A see there na ade anka ye nyina na adwen ho. Na anka afraid you no so ba obi ye free ho. E no chere we say decision bi one may be the minority will always have their say and majority will have their way. Eti ubeka ba ye ntie obeka baye mfa nya esi adanu UPS no amiehu say ampa send the nkrofo ongana hare room obi enu anu kra ni mu send the nkrofo eka say oh no kra no yeah, prime minister be or and a decision be on no more. You take it clear, no. Me to me, if I'm baby, I no correct. Because I just be a question, be say, I didn't know buy a womb. Now, dear, we will say, now me and you phrases and answer over. So we say, pa, now to me, now can you tear? I didn't know say, see, oh, me and you for Nagana for moments and mouth. Now just about power answer. I know what I say, and send you our car, you find your because Ghana ha ade ba akwam senka ye ton a ono abofo rata nko betobi kasa obi anim za wo kasa ho ye digima esi de na de wo na na wo nam na na wo chirechire yi levim nyankopon obi a ne na aduma che de o kan trosem na o kan 1 Corinthians chapter 12 o kan Ephesians o kan Romans 8 ni nyina wo so afraid be some to be apostles, some to be teachers, some to be prophets.
Obia na adwuma.
Obia na adwuma ye ti o man we mu. Obia oye principle e wo man we mbeji atom say ade ba ko a den ma opanyi ofori ata ye kasa. So you obia on pe kasa. Enti ade enti na sa ade o na kanya o ma bukoju opon kroma no na di animu se nko o mo kasa. O ma kasa ye o ma chede. Enti no ja yentena wo mamu ni ehu se ye adwuma ye adwuma se team ni ye se ye adwuma se me na tumi wa media me na meka bi wo mu obi aka ye ntie se ye ka ye two for them na se we ntie a onye na on ntie futuo no e de na de ko bedwum e bete o de be ko bedwum enti mpanyimfo ntie asem na ensem a enema bi a wo de ba no e de na si kwan se we be consult the various stakeholders no aje o madwen hwe eja na wo kan asem bi fa politician na offer but enokro wo mini say eto de bi wo nye de bia na obi fra be pesca wo
de bi
eto de bi obi fra na say o hye nkran na eso mo bo chen say obi aka say o sika ni je enti de bia na ya me ka che me nkofo say wo de tie nipa na asem
keke
sa wo mfa anya adwuma kro tie na wo betie no me offer tu me for ozikodonye se ma pe kasa ntom kasa wuntie wo de ne kasa na wo kan to bo ase ya ne tie no wo be one line bi omu a wo bo za sam na wo ira na say o ma me na onua ba ne kan obetum dia bobra enti ye sempanyin for say so wo di bibi ba nothing prevent you from meeting the various stakeholders take their input the ombe kan anye bia wo benya one sentence bia wo de ye adwuma e boboa na ye nyina o man no ye nkyekere na ekwa ebe nyina no ebugu ye nyina yeso eye yeso a eye ma ye nyina
me da say Eric
na ba relax
I didn't
call round second Eric I say we na call
and you are starting the sign
Eric
eja
say also be ye fi ho
yeah
say no ano
no eja wo Binia Thompson ekasa no once we can introduce you so economist me dem me economist enti me mean me mu amamu gidigidi said the omo no bu no we akofo fi akonya so na Ghana public debt was around 9 billion if president Mills ABC Ura Mahama ye fi akonya so na ye ka number 120 billion ene within President Akufo-Addo administration any Alhaji Bawumia ye kabro 600 billion nti if Kwame Nkrumah penso a ebesi Mahama penso na ye kai 120 billion omo quadruple Ghana kayete in the history of our country my Ghana ya nkote bia bu mu se eduru ba bi ni ntimi ntua ho kada ebi nto ye da but the Ghana wo the state a ye ntimi ntua ye debt ye de edwaman so and even bond holders. Under President Mahama, international credit agencies no rate a B minus. Almost see ya bond, yinima kenkan, yinima mamu, and the more junk status. And this amo kasa bina more can NDC form parking can a draka samubedi amunyai. Yene mon ne kwa sorry. Yene mon ne classroom. Yene munina ne politics. But you peer hantani draka sabi. And a women parking kind and I'm kind of monte until you have the men connection my voice as an amokano. Look at what you've done to our economy. And Monsania Hobrase Casa, Yes, sense ya no money marking kind. What kind of understanding now the American economy I say. Look at the economy today. Ultimately, be find inflation from 15.4%. At the 54%. I didn't doubt him when you see 54%. No, better than 15.4%. What sort of leadership is this? And you are telling us we don't read. When the children was akasano, who say we don't read? Communication service tax. OTS data boy. Meanwhile, your useless government are increasing it by 50%. Now we increasing communication service tax 50%. Yeah, to data boom, and you are telling us we don't read. We don't read. Economic Intelligence Unit report in 2016. Let me read a portion of it. Dated December 18, 2016. Or say EIU foretells 7% growth for Ghana in 2017. Oko paragraph 5. Or say another in the list is Ghana, which should grow by 7% in 2017 due to rising in oil and gas production. And just say what we did, oil field that you did jam. And na mahodin sama you did to 2 years. They predicted growth. We be sending that question also everyone answer. You na no other ya COVID ba ya almost problem ni na COVID na cause no. But a World Bank country director now Aura Laporte or say Ghana's economy was tumbling before COVID hits. Was see economy no na a life support before COVID. Who doesn't know? And you see munya kwenya na mo kasa you talk as if you are the repository of knowledge. Alaji ba omi awo the gut. It me catch re and say driver ni any mate na na say chimato ba yemfa mo driver any mate. Alaji ba omi say 9th October 2016 or say a mason who inherits a good foundation and spend 8 years destroying it can never be trusted to build the house. We use Yama 7 years. Look at the buffers we left before going. Stabilization fund, we left over $200 million. Ghana's sinking fund, Nakufo Akwaji Eurobond of 750 million. You created sinking fund that you did more than $200 million. And I am boy Dikutias says Ghana Infrastructure Fund, it was around $250 million. IMF Sika Kokoji and the NDC Mahama Sika now was quite $937 million. $37 million. Yajimu $300 million. The Akanyina Bamo pens. Inti so papa jewa japade sei na kohwisem nti o sei ni nyina na o sei fia na wasan akogina bonten so papa amobra onye kohwini mo betina konwa so within mo 7 years na mampeni otimi chata wiemuhye no $120,000 o de komi kuro mo etimisi classroom ankwada atena mu no you think you were doing good, you mess up the economy. Inti so betina ha na okeka wonsem na masa it's better you sit and reason. City FM online yes say Alhaji Bawumia Ekobusa 170 questions. And I think I have the story here. Let me check and read a portion of it for you. Date in the 14th November 2016. I say Bawumia chases a Misata to answer 170 questions. And I quote, I say, I hear this is the Vice President's Emisata's hometown, or called Central Region of T.D. Mekano, or called Central Region Emisata Krum. No, I quote, or say, I hear this is the Vice President and Mr. Ate's hometown. Hometown is that, I say, I have been looking for him. He has 170 questions to answer, and he has been running away. So tell him I came to his hometown, and he should answer the 170 questions. Such a useless question from... Questions such a useless can you imagine some of the questions obisa issue of your public debt and again a public debt doesn't and then in default obisa question of it senior shut up. Was it relevant or not? You cannot tell me to shut up. Send me a deal. And one on. These are the ones that I'm printed here. Okay. So question now, Obisano, is it relevant or not? Obisa under the 8 years of the NPP government from 2001 to 2008, taxes and loans amounted to 20 billion. In contrast, taxes, oil and revenue loans alone over the 8-year period 2019 to 2016
amount to some 248 billion. Of question will be said,
or say taxes here then.
Taxes amounted and Akufo was 20 billion. Now Mumunya 248 billion. Question will be said, Bonnie womb. Is it a relevant question or not?
So we should be saying the same question.
You should ask him and you answer him.
Okay, me that's it.
Men to me answer, men to nephew. Now question answer, I can say.
Some question answer, you can answer later. Eric,
those useless questions now. Now vice
you see the words he's using. Instead of answering it, no, you are attacking the person. What do you mean by useless questions? What do you mean by useless questions?
Eric,
what do you mean by useless questions?
Those useless questions now. Now vice president, Ebusa Misatano. Misatano is president of Ghana. And then you are telling us, say, we are vice president, my advice, you want to implement the policy. You see, why I showed you, say, a character like Baumia, a difficult, yeah, Mempire, me boy, you were asking to be one then as a vice president, and you are telling us today, say, when we advise, you don't implement economic policies. Who told you? So such a character. Yen for mansha won sans what be e-levy fuel. E-levy now no you didn't eat cake in every no. Can you eat your cake and have it? That is my question.
Okay.
Me and you okay me ba.
The time on so. No to be in time so what time on so.
Oh eja. Then am aka bo no say.
There be also what time on so here. I say una
check time. Wa time na no.
One na aje time. One na aje what time. Masa we ni sheka.
2 minutes.
We don't have anything to say. Only sheka.
2 minutes.
All he does is
already be an friend aka e ko kinsi an.
Yeah, me no pa.
No ye. My parliament cabinet no.
Already kasa no kan time na e VAT eba. So obe kai Ghana bakosema May 1st. Ghana Juma Yafuku share 1995 and 1994. Aka as a vice president and now address a gathering no. Or can it publicly so on in support of VAT. That is leadership. But this is the president's vice I want now. You go to cabinet and have meeting with the team. You implement the policy in Ghana for come on. Now we be Jana Bontin and Namen can. And this character, support of so this character, I've always been saying, sir, election 2024 is about the credibility of the messenger. Eja, odi sika suma for now corner swatia. Unim so ye kron for no de ama no. Odi asem jako concern na asem no obi ativia. Unim se concern no de ama no. Alaji ba omi obi anim so ye chronic liar. He's a liar. What kind of trouble? No, you see, very difficult. Very difficult. Who lies more than Muhammad? Who lies more than Muhammad? Very difficult to make me a castle liar. Because our Ghana for 2016 said, "Who be moving economy from taxation to production-based economy? Or by all the different taxes bear 40 number. Only liar." O catch Ghana for say within 18 months. O the Ghana will be a sitting will be tumpon. Only liar, and I was sitting to say. O catch Ghana for say, o the $50 million Ebeko Zongo Development Fund, and then 7 years, na Maya, only liar. O catch Ghana for say 1 district, 1 factory. German of Yenya be only liar. O catch Ghana for say 1 constituency, $1 million, and then Yenya be only liar. O catch Ghana for say farm mobile perform, ne was only liar. Cement near 2027, and then Mikrum 84, only liar. So such a chronic liar.
But that's it.
No, Obia Yama say you don't deny.
But that's it.
Subana was started morning and Obetinyaka say yes to Kraba no. He's a chronic liar.
Mensa, everybody, mama 5 minutes or 6 minutes. Mensa, the man no. Mensa say time so. Na let's see, he leave your so be there through the Nasifu.
Jacob na
meeting so adwenche.
Asem no kwa asaya me na kakra. Na se adwuma edem okrom ha pa ene se oye Baumia kasamafo ana se uye obi a waye wadwo se obi defend Dr. Baumia adwuma edem pa mini atop se minim no ni 3 tun efri ukuada ba nyina wa start ifodwene o se adwuma no edem
na sa kan wasem ena yese kan
adwuma no edem
say your point 12
enye wasem
na say me who time I
e Jacob na
mama 7 years
Dr. Baumia so obi
3 hours now the
e-leave you be free ho
obi cha e-leave
yeah emission tax obi dey free ho
e Jacob na say
any other taxes
e Jacob na say me ko baby yan fa ne say me maami na papa eni obi wa asem and I say minim said why obi boni na mfa say oni ho na minim pefe say sa asemasi o he me maami anam papa aye ne boni bi bre atwam bi hye nipa na ejakwabna enye the first thing na meye se mo nipa no ho adwen pa enye first na meye se me pa nipa ne chew say boni a me papa na me maami na me busu ani di yewi mesrew jamaninka na me ne nya adwene ba sei ne ko baaye nti mesrew jamaninka Dr. Baumia be gina ye nim ka kire se eto bebre na president Akufo-Addo ene edi egu yeso no ono Akufo-Addo nya adwene onimpe fe se eto no emia ye onimpe fe se e-levy enye onimpe fe se emission tax no emwa but yeto abama no obo betwem but when hunu nyansa ampa ye chewo
because when hunu nyansa
he's right
I didn't tell bia bia wampa ye chewo na kasi when hunu nyansa
yes because nyansa ma wo kan
na ben sama bacho na anoshi when hunu nyansa e ho de twisan
okay when hunu ne fata ampa ye chewo
okay e ho de bia sa na beboa na because nyansa de ho de me
ampa Ghana for chewo say Ghana for me de to aba as chairman of the economic management team matena ho na me ne Akufo-Addo de to aba e de e-levy momo agent a me de e-levy abegu madwuma me sra mo me pa mo chew na nya me tirimu po ene se ma be yi ma no aduane afiri ho wontimi ankasa sabe won hunu nimde ankasa won hunu nimde ankasa port importers ni traders are me dey heavy import duty abegu maduma or porter ene ukọ tema Jubilee adane samampom me sremo mo fa me bone ncheme na me kan cabinet e kire wo mo but o ma ntie me nti me sremo mo fa me ne aban ni nyina ye bone ncheye wantimi ankasa sabi me kase we hunu nyansa Jacob na se me twins but me hunu se we hunu me
se wanum se dia wo kan no enye
we hunu
wanum se wo tie
period na onya
se wanum se dia wo kan no enye because me obi ka fa ho me pere mo bi nka fa
me proper replacement
sabi kwa no me pere mo fa sabi ma me kan se bi se wo kan ene no ko because me obi ka fa ho a me pere mo bi nka fa me da se
Jacob na
yes
we hunu nimde ehun ni dia kase sebe ahokyere osu no ye no amede abre Ghana fo mfiensu yi sebe Ghana fo mo fa me bone ncheme na ye call cabinet ana ye call EMT meeting me na eto o de ba nya na me ne o mo nya adwene but me ye nipa baako enti me kan no o mo entie enti mo ma me tumi a me ba me dwene ho no ma ye hunu nimde ampa ye chew owie no say ofiri ho a okwa akotena cabinet no me say Ukuada every Wednesday o me cabinet enti Ukuada ebe saa da na obeye we no ofiri cabinet meeting na be kan san 7 no kan ye no Ukuada ebe o sa akotena cabinet from Ukuada ebe to 7 December o say to na ye no o be akotena cabinet o nka ho hwe e ma ba ni mfiri ho o nka ho hwe but yem to abama no 7 December ansa na we to no we timi ye free ho Jacob na nti sebe obi pa be gina wonim kasa asem e kira wona kotade a o fa mo nitrim
ade time do boni tim
Jacob na sebe eye abufuo eye temdidi na ba o me bedidi ye no sebe obedidi yatem enti o mo kase ade aba o me abaye ye no eye a test of the sense of Ghanaians obeso Ghana for yinim ye ehweye meni omo ya adwene Baumia came to test the sanity of Ghanaians obehwe say Ghana for sebe menim say ma adwene ye adwuma mpa because when you MPP for no mudin komo say don't care chance Ghana for Enquasiafo.
To
Jacob no can de bia, Jacob no can de bia, o can de bia, but I won't can TV so, I won't can TV so, I can but you may Enquasiafo, the Ghana for Enquasiafo de bia. But the about me be you kwada no. The about me be you kwada no. No, opposite who say, sebi. Nyansa na Ghana for him no. How deep is Nyansa na omuji na Ghana for him no. They came to test our intelligence.
Okay.
Say, sebi, when the mamiko ka sanse mu nkyere omo. Na me hwe Ghana for be responde. Nti na omo boss rehehe. Enkofo na wo no omo tena okono. Eto na so be ye free ho no. Enkofo na omo ko tena cabinet taking decision. And omo ko ye town hall meeting on e-levy. Kojo opon kroma obetena afidie so e e-levy mo na yo MC. Inti bahomia ye beto abama na obebu man obefa ye friend say we a kojo opon kroma asa be ye minister gidi obo akwa na o kire e-levy mo spokesperson so abaye na bia the finance minister e bia me na Fred e bia no friend say communications minister na say ana say e bia governor of Bank of Ghana. Enti enkofo baomia enkofo be no bebu man
na fa wo si mame
eja kwabna enkofo be na baomia no bebu man enti enkofo no bebu no hwe apart from no credibility no enkofo be na baomia no bebu man wo mo no bebu man no hwe mo credibility
soja for national
hwe mo credibility
Who is credible?
Oh, eja ko mi ne mame kasa afre mame kasa eja kwabna so ho
Who is credible?
eja ko wo mo a omo bebu man
Woni eje
eja
for no na so okasa obi interrupto
no but there is
nobody has
okasa obi
interrupto so eja kwabna the messenger is not credible. Dr. Baumia is not credible. And Kofo no bebu man so they are all not credible. Omwa Omatana say atna cabinet. Asem a defender and woman about me so obetwem nyina. The people who were sitting there clapping for him all the former as the ministers are the people who were defending all those things. So on what basis? On what basis that Baumia say about the fact Kojo Oponkroma as minister for information, about the fact Gideon Boakon as minister for finance, about the fact we have the Thompson. Now we are saying on what basis?
Yeah, be into 1 minute.
Oh.
Mepa 1 minute.
Now they can.
What's 1 minute?
Yeah, make an tag for you better. Tamayuku boss. Ya beda Tamayuku boss. Ghana food the food. E kwa ahunchire mu aboa ma omu nyina. Tamayuku. Opening down for action man.
Okay.
Na yada yanko for so a ye call trade mission. Budapest ne Hamburg na Netherlands. Omo ayi no mko nyina nyame adu obi aso abedu asomdwem na ye hwa nim se companies 3 next month omo ba na omo abehwe kwan ya omo so befa so ombetimi e de factories ni bia ba ne ye kan se oman na ye chekere ye nyina ye mfa akoma pa ne adwempa de me too me nwanom politician for ne se ye point obi anase ye to abama obi se okuta high office bia ye boni din a ye mfa se ye his excellency ye mfa nka ho. So what they can now criticize now, it doesn't take anything away. And quality, and quality, and ne obi a dear or china dear beba. And I would give you a cry or your execra, even in your pennies and pure labnabe program had because why ambassador then? Yeah, his excellency. Your mom wouldn't say business hard in Rebecca. You are that you are animal colana or muti. Yenina mo mutia mo school. Politician be able to school people can say. Muko in Parbot how much. Mosomba be drew. A bear appointment, yes, I address some yes, sir. Na ye church and colana and inchiri maso me also
I require 1 minute.
Many opinions in your future. Bibi na meseme sandiamo yebesre president Akufo-Addo the odia Ghana fo nyina ye eniso but say okọ akoye former president a nation with a solid security say die beda nti na ye security services na opese hon so ye ne political institutions no it will never help the country.
Okay,
as I indicated, I have evidence with me Yeah, obi eto Ghana Armed Forces form awaiting. Na Ghana Armed Forces mo awaiting recruitment. Aden obi we school 2018 no 2017 recruiter by answer like the way we are doing things so
Eric, what
these things will never help.
What kind of
yes.
What kind of
mini form no Alhaji Baomi akasa His Excellency John Dramani Mahama so bontoa wama Ghana fo nyina tia se ye ya adom na eto abama na 24-hour economy de deba e tiawa bebi economy na duru ye ntimi nkase ye da ma de action da bia sa emwaye Oma reverse ye de ekochi nti so moma ya kwanya na ye babie mu a ye concentration the agri sector na agro sector no so ye ba be mana bumia create nyuma amani penya bia ye because now this is the economy a wo mu a ye create short term employment mabuna napco ye to abawi na apamo se kwotena fie and I don't think that is where to go on say na no kasa no o hu di oyenti o science kura be kasa national service kura de o mane ye compulsory be voluntary me no kasa ni national service nkwada atifie 3 to 4 months you can't even pay them and national service no ye wo mrani de enti a ye de nkwada na fam eja me metie sisi me the certificate ko aduma bi am say me pledge me bisa me working experience and national service ye time a ye dinya connections ye di sua adwuma na ye di sua nimdie ansa de akoba bi kura akopa adwuma ye enti because allowance kakra obetua ama nkwada enti no o be ka kire nkwada ne say service ne de kura wi be voluntary pa na wo ye I don't support it.
Okay,
but I'm telling them say pay the allowances to them 4 months na akamu no musu no
okay
muntua ma
more than 3 minutes
but that's Mensa Thompson. Oh, 1 minute. I mean, you would be the last person. If you don't want to be the last again, no. Because I need 1 minute.
I'm say on the 21st of December 2021, midnight anajo, and Tokobi Kosu Parliament. Na Santokwa no e-levy fight na ye e-levy na your friend is the members of parliament e ko hontokwa na some members of parliament are omo gina bo atwede
kan wo gina ho se
omo bo atwede sa night our parliament no na omo na net omo na net no omo bon se ma ba omi ano
look at this
omo bo atwede gidigidi say in fact ye the plane e-levy in the far plane ko far nko ebi
ye photocopy bet na ho
ye charter plane e ko fa nkofo MPs na mo yare wa manone e na so omo na de mo bae to pass e-levy ni na ba omo ya so na omo nya adwene e na sa no ma we nyina course sa nkofo na ye ko fo omo bae no ye friend say greater cabinet minister no oti hobi
oti infabi
oti UPS mo e boni se maba omo ya so obi twa 11 omo ku tokwa e bo atwede
sports minister
ana mo fere
na no Mustafa okay daddy
ana mo fere ade sa
to ho blow hwede o kan
ana mo fere ade sa NPP fo ana mo fere ade sa because Jacob na we aniwu because na Mr. Mwateka sem kola okrom ha leadership be na mo set o parliament abbo ho atwede am koda hu nyina hu se parliament it be blow so ho ni nyina no mo wi asase suit ase abetena UPS e bom nsem say e-levy mbetwem Jacob na sa same anadwo ma na same way why dey catch them
from one Thompson to the from Mensa to Alfred 1 minute
me ready 1 na woman be 4 minutes
me pacho when him say when am nya time
when you 7 years
because
me and from
challenge
TV 1 minute
na we dey mama hear me 2 minutes mama me 2 minutes
men complaining
bet you mama hear me 2 minutes now let's start with certain things Yaka
7 years economy
from their own party people. Remember Baumia the final speech at Oma or UPSA. In 26th of June 2020, at the back of we lie during campaign period. You know, say beware of those who make promises outside government. Mahama tells Ghanaians, modern Ghana, 14 November 2016. Now 2020, they will say all politicians before their masses can accept you and endorse you, you will have to do the unthinkable. You have to go beyond what you yourself believe in that you can do. If you have to lie to them, do so. And this is the way of doing our politics. Mahama. Now, Give me a second chance, and I'll be truthful. Mahama to Ghanaians on the 23rd of November 2018. Or no best saying say, yeah man, no quietness. This time Oba on Chantro in Ghana for bio. And Oba say. Woto mamia me ba be share me mistakes are me here no on the Ketu South share adia papa we so more 5 minutes left time 11 June 2018 Ketu South the friends Mahama can't deceive us again program baso be kasa no say then or say don't let us elect a corrupt and incompetent leaders Uganda October 17th 2018 we join news we go now what back we be say who's a leader you can trust or base eye ejuma we tunu ho amagana maya or make sure say the action is say under this fourth republic Dr. Mahmoud Domia is the only vice president I can say ready ejuma share in say let the can say digitalization you know why you Mahmoud say we be say yeah economy is say economy no when you are coming to take over now you'll be able to take off Dr. Domia here woko bank of Ghana ejuma oye dey to ho no e be say so bank of Ghana na make system point he's the vice president they be say why corrupt o to be na no can say never be corrupt you be say man say why corrupt o say as a dead go no as a human being for different time it's out to the way to judge
but we had the right na financial expert here that say
vice president Owiamo
and na fe Mr. Thompson so executive director Edema Asepa
businessman 14
Erikaje deputy bono regional communication officer NDC and Kojo Martin so president Edema tag Ejodifoko Batan wono so eba ye bi madam Asepa papa na ena no pay asida be come special season special drink na bi so akọ edema this way e bi be come need fufu any need to be kwan corrupt people the better say na mo the American say o man ye nyina ye dia one more enya tumi ye de tumi ma wa eye privilege ye de tumi ma wa eye ho kwan bi a obia nya obia no betumi nya enti say de tumi ama na so de ye adwuma kan hu say obi na ebre ye so de tumi ne ma wo enra najo na me fi dansoma na me ba bra me do traffic light here wo I wish traffic light na say kwan na ba main road kwan na ba opokwanse ne friend say
70
be am koyo dansoma dey fam ho ho no me huma me bia na otom plantain chips anajo be 10 o'clock to 11 otom plantain chips me woman na to nso sabre no anajo sabre no san nipa no na edis tikakakra to ho efa car ekom krom ekoto abade mawo ama benya tumi nti sa wo ye wo niam bia dode tumi ni ma no wo kai no wo dwene ne ho anaso nya tumi wie no wira fi ebre bi beba ibebu ni nyina ho akonta enti preso be very careful pa osebeka ose there's one there who here pa enti mo na me for me chiam nyina sambo se mu hu a eno a no enti ye de besia ye nyakopon ya adoma ye be se shada se ne esa se Dr. Bamia sam na okan ye no owura la kodwo chamate so akeka nsem bi mampeda da ma ha ma so akeka nsem bi enti ye beki kan nyina bom ne ye yin makoma kura hwe se we di oka no oye hu bribi ai betu agina so aka se de oka ne no kure obetu ayampa na fiade to ne ye chehwe ne nyina wi a